Okay. Please tell me everyone can hear me. Yep, they can hear me. Music is there. Good, 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 good. Hello, everybody, and welcome, one and all, to Hot Takes. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope everyone's having a glorious and fun time. It's been a while since I've done one of these. I have been busy with a lot of things, but I have some lovely guests here. We got some spicy topics to cover. I'm gonna get hit in the head constantly this day, but it's gonna be fun. I hope to see you guys and hope. Let's get started.
Yeah.
So.
Hi.
Hello. How have you all been? Let's introduce everyone one by one. Hello, Rue. How are you? How did you get here? What do you do? And how are you?
Oh, I'm good. I'm not loading up the coffee in the back and then reselling it for a higher price.
I swear to God, if you are underselling me, I will... Is it legal? Oh, wait, no, it's not. That's not legal. That's not.
How do I click it to where I can move you guys around on my end?
Oh, so if you go to there's a satellite, next to the satellite, there's the 3-person thing. You want to click the 3 collab part, the one with the 3
Oh,
people,
gotcha.
and then control their position.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Also, Akane, why is your hat so big?
Why not?
Well, this is like my hoodie hat, you know?
Oh, okay. Well, Ella, how are you? How did you get here? What do you do? And how are you?
You always ask me that, and I always tell you I come through the window because I don't know how to use doors, and I'm doing fine.
I know, I have to keep replacing windows. Do you know how much a window is in hell?
Well,
Oh, no.
obviously it must be a lot because you still have a bunch of them that are missing.
I keep having to take out debts because of you.
I don't know. At least this
Oh,
coffee
wow.
is selling for high price, you know?
That's the only reason I'm staying afloat.
Wouldn't
I'm
it be
just playing with
easier
your
to
guys'
make
bodies, don't
glass
mind
in
me.
hell, though?
What the fuck?
It's a nice roast. It's very highly tempered.
It is.
Yep.
It is.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
hello,
you're right.
Milltop. How are you? How did you get here? What do you do? And how are you?
Hi, how I got here? I got teleported here.
No.
I'm having a coffee in your amazing coffee shop. You have nice croissants and nice frappuccino that you just made. So
Yeah.
I'm doing well. It's really late for me technically, but I am strong.
I know.
So
I'm
great.
just kind of happy you even agreed to be here. Isn't it like what 3 a.m. where you're at?
5.
Oh, 5 a.m. Oh.
Yeah, it is very late, but
Time zones
great.
are a bitch. But hello.
they really are.
Yeah. But hello, Akane. How are you? Welcome back. How's it feel? How you doing? What you do? You know the routine by now, at least.
Well, I mean, once again, I happen to be strolling down the street today. This time I used the door and decided to stop in for some coffee.
You know, at least you use the door. That one breaks the windows.
Yeah, I used the back door.
Is that an innuendo? Did I get innuendoed? Chat,
That
did I
does
just get
sound
innuendoed?
like one.
Chat, I got
think-
innuendoed. Oh god.
Maybe.
Oh damn.
Mm,
But
mm.
do you guys know why we're here today?
Hot takes.
I'm not here to steal the coffee.
You're not here to steal the coffee. We're here to talk about some hot takes. And I hope you guys are ready because I got a giant list to go through and I think Ella's got some. And if you guys brought some, we'll be going through that as well. And we'll have a Q&A as well. So, let's go with, hopefully these are working because I just fixed, hopefully, maybe, please work. Okay, so, new topic. So the new topic for this, for the first topic actually, is actually about a game that's coming out that I'm excited for, but I'm also skeptical on. The Witcher 4. Because Ciri will be the new main character. So
I love that.
So
Yeah.
have you heard of the, worries or anything about that? Or what do you think about that?
All that I know is a lot of people were saying, why are they making her ugly? And honestly, I don't think she's ugly at all. I think she's actually
think she's
pretty
pretty
bad.
I agree
If we
with
want to
you.
go into the ugly debate, that's actually further down the list, actually.
Uh,
I haven't really seen. I've seen.
I mean,
like,
but
pros
that's
and
exactly
cons
what
about
the
her.
thing is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like,
that's
it's less
literally
about the main character and more about how she looks,
Mhm.
Ah,
allegedly.
For me, I don't think it's
Well, I
really
would say
about how
yes
she
or no.
looks. For me, I'm excited. The only thing I don't like is that I don't know. It just seems a lot of the times with most modern games, they try just to get rid of the main character and replace them with a girl because it's like they want to in a weird way. That even if it breaks the story half the time.
It's not breaking the story.
I don't think it's for this one. I don't really think so. Not for this one.
No, this one specifically because it is part of the Witcher novel.
Oh no, I fully
Yep.
agree. But my whole point is, as of recently, there's a lot of stories that did that, and I think it's left a kind of a bad taste in people's mouths. That's all I'm saying. For me, I don't mind Ciri being the main character. I love Ciri. She's one of my favorite characters in The Witcher. But I feel like everyone just kind of misses Geralt.
Yeah, I
But-
agree so.
I feel like every game has their like characters that they're going to swap out. Like not every game has the main character, the same main character.
Oh no, I fully agree. Like one series I could point out that does as well as the Kingdom Hearts series. You're not always playing as Sora. Sometimes you're playing as Roxas, Ventus, and like half of like the other cast, basically.
Also, with like switching out Ciri, at least you'll get that sign teleportation out and switch it with something new because she's a mage, right?
Fair.
Like
That's
she's,
fair.
Like character. So
She's
it
got-
makes more sense for teleportation.
She's got like a weird innate
she-
ability.
Yeah, she's really overpowered by the
Yeah.
books and in general.
But
Though the biggest concern for The Witcher is basically how they have, because in the novels, in the books, she basically got teleported away, right?
yeah,
And now she came back, and somehow she's a Witcher, even though biologically and by lore, she is impossible to be one. So that's why most of the hardcore fans kind of don't like that because they kind of retconned it.
Actually, Ray also makes a good point. The devs for CD Projekt Red have made comments about just hating game. Ow, 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 ow.
Oh,
Thank
you
you,
got punched.
You okay?
Trifecta Arts. Thank you for the
I
gifted
thought you were caught by
subs.
my tail for a second there. Wait,
No, I was getting hit in the face. People were throwing shit at me, but thank you so much for the freaking gifted subs. Thank you. But
Oh yeah,
no,
I forgot
my-
you could do that.
yeah, but honestly, putting the hole in wholesome. Yay!
Yeah, try.
And
Put that
I-
hole in wholesome.
That's another innuendo.
Okay, are we just innuendoing now? Is that it?
I just read the statement.
Yeah.
Fair point. But so Ray made a good point actually. The comment from some of the devs have been very hostile towards gamers and generally to like the fans of The Witcher. So I kind of have a bit of hesitation on that as well. You know? So I don't think it's the same, like, how to put it? It's kind of like how I've seen a lot of companies do with newer games and everything else like that. Like, let's put it this way, BioWare. I loved Dragon Age. Fuck Veilguard and everyone who wrote that. It was awful. It was actual garbage. It was awful.
Yeah,
Like,
it
as
was
a
literally
person,
written.
as a person who played Dragon Age Origins and loved the story, the lore, and everything else like that, going to Veilguard felt like I got slapped in the face. I waited 10 years since the last game and got slapped in the face. You know? I think when it comes to like games like these right now, I think it's mostly just we get hyped for these games, and then not only do we get treated horribly by the developers, who honestly, some of them actively hate gamers, while at the same time getting a really shit product we've been waiting so long for because we generally love the series we like. So, I'm curious you guys' thoughts on that.
Are we still on like
Yeah, we're
What
still
do we
we're still in
think
the
of
we're still in the
the
Witcher.
fact that she's a woman, and a lot of them say that she can't be a woman
What? No,
because witchers aren't women?
no. That's not the point in The Witcher. The point in The Witcher is, lore-wise, it's actually physically impossible to make Witchers again. Like, the entire process is, like, completely, like, you can't do it anymore. It's not that she's a woman, it's that there's literally nothing lore-wise in the story to justify her just straight up becoming a Witcher. Unless she doesn't have, like, the Witcher powers and she's just using her magic and just saying she's a Witcher.
I mean, I don't know, like...
She does drink the serums too, though.
Well, the serums aren't,
Don't you think, like, that they'll explain it, though? Like, I know we're all jumping to the conclusions. Right now, this is
I mean, it's kind of the point of the game, right?
Maybe.
Yeah.
The problem is I lost a lot of confidence in the company, like CD Projekt Red with Cyberpunk, and then some of the devs' comments towards people like gamers or Witcher fans haven't given me the confidence that they're actually going to do justice to the series. That's the only reason I'm skeptical about the game. I hope it's good. I hope I'm wrong on everything I'm talking about.
Well, comparatively to that, though, making an FPS game and balancing it and doing story tidbits compared to the Witcher game, it's a lot more harder making an FPS game work right than a third-person brawler.
Well, actually, I disagree with you on that. Just because how many first-person shooters get made, it's kind of like a template now, at least.
True, but the developers never made an FPS game, so it was first time for everything.
So, from what I'm seeing, you can just be... The Witcher is a profession, too, not just a mutation. So... In terms of, like, not the mutation, she can still be a Witcher.
Oh, no, fully. I kind of agree to that, but the problem is...
I don't think they're gonna make her... I don't think they're gonna, like, physically make her, like, a Witcher by, like, mutation.
But there is a chance they're gonna make her like that, because in The Witcher 3, there is an ending where you do, in fact, turn Ciri into a Witcher. That she completes the... Not a lot of people got that ending, and not a lot of people talk about that ending because, oh, my books, but it's not right by lore and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
So, from what we saw from the trailers, I think her becoming a Witcher is probably canon.
Maybe. I'm not completely sure. I think for me, I'm just skeptical because a lot of the series I like have had really, really shit sequels recently. So for at least me, I'm skeptical.
I think if they improve from The Witcher 3 and just made it better, it's gonna be Game of the Year.
Maybe.
Probably. But I'm still gonna say, don't pre-order, wait for other people to play it first and then buy it.
That's fair. Then again, I say that with everything nowadays. So
is The Witcher have crossbows and bows in it though?
Yeah, they have a crossbow.
Right. So Cody, I'm not sure. What do you mean? Like, do you mean like just that? Because honestly, you have other implements in the game, like magic and everything.
I'm wondering if he's meaning just what it would be like if, like, The Witcher was in first person. Which I think would be kind of a cool concept.
It would, but I think a lot of fans would rather play a third-person game. And
at least one person who appreciates
your character. Because the biggest gripe why people didn't partially like Cyberpunk is you have these amazing outfits that you can put on V, but you're never gonna see it because there's no cutscenes in the game. Everything is first person unless you're in a car or on a motorcycle and you're in third person view.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that. But do you guys have anything else you want to add to that, or should we go to another topic?
No, but that's basically it, I think.
Okay.
From my side, at least.
Okay, let's go to a new topic. Because the new topic I have is actually one that's being debated a lot recently, and that is, are companies making characters uglier on purpose?
I think so, yes.
Huh?
I'm wondering if it's part of the woke train.
It's probably like that.
It's probably inclusivity.
Huh?
Yeah.
Oh, actually, I can name a few. So Last of Us with Abby, that was a particular one. So let me
That
give
was
it
the start.
That was the start, but let me get onto this whole train. So Naughty Dog is also making a new game, and they just released it, and it stars a female character, which I don't mind, but they just don't look really good comparative wise. Like, the outfit doesn't look iconic. There's nothing that stands out about the character, if that makes sense.
Well, that is true, but if you look at it deeply, it is based upon Akira and that kind of aspect. She's a mercenary, right?
Mm-hmm.
So she would probably
Kind of.
look more like a mercenary, like a tough woman.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing the start she would not have hair, and then you would probably grow it out or something like that. But
My problem with that though is like she is so you can be short and still have definition and muscles and everything like
Actually,
that. Like I was expecting, if I expect it to be a female mercenary, she's got to take down huge robots and big guys. She would look like Karlach.
okay, actually, question.
Yeah,
I
agree. I agree. I agree with you on that.
To give everyone perspective, I sent an image of what Naughty Dog's character, for their new main character for their new game, looks like. And my problem
Yeah.
isn't that she's a girl; it's the fact there's nothing unique about that outfit. It's a jacket and a shirt, and she's bald.
Got
And that's literally
caterpillars
it.
for eyebrows.
Like, give her, like, she's a bounty hunter. Give her some body armor. Put a fucking eye
What's-
patch on her. Fucking, like,
Some
give her
scars.
scars.
So what I'm getting at is not it's the fact that they're uglier. It's just that they're basic. They're not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
unique.
the design
So I
isn't
wouldn't-
there.
I wouldn't consider that companies making them uglier. I think that would be
Well-
companies not putting effort into character design.
Well,
Yeah.
my thing is this. We also get the opposite. What is it? So I'd also point out Concord. Concord had really, really bad character
Oh.
designs.
Yeah.
So my thing is this: when it comes to like Concord, Cord.
Are you spelling it out?
Yeah, I'm having to spell this out right now. I'm sorry.
C-O...
C-O.
C-O-N.
Yes, I know. See, I just posted an image of their characters.
Yeah.
Like, they just don't look as appealing as like anything else. But
It's like Overwatch characters or.
I'm so tired of designs
um,
like this. It just feels very meh. Like, my whole problem is this:
Mhm,
even when
mhm.
compared to Concord's character designs still look better than the new Naughty Dog character, in my opinion.
Mhm.
You know, there's just a different
I
layer of
agree.
design to it.
That is-
I think the reason everyone's saying they're uglier is because of one reason, though. One reason I think actually is affecting it.
Hmm.
Marvel.
Do tell.
Marvel Rivals and Stellar Blade had this happen. So,
Mhm.
when Stellar Blade came out, everyone, like journalists and everything else like that, were dogging on the main character for looking how she did.
Hot, sexy.
You
Want a
will-
liquor?
Yeah.
Mommy.
Wait, what?
Let's go!
Sorry.
Mommy.
Thirsty bitches these are. But the point is this: she got criticized. In fact, when they actually photo scanned, because the actress is actually photo scanned into the game, they actively said the body type was impossible to achieve. And then you.
That's funny.
And
The funniest thing about
Wow.
this whole thing is a lot of people have posted pictures of literally looking the same as the character from Stellar Blade. It was like impossible.
She
question
was
mark.
literally mapped from an actual model, like an
Yeah.
actual
Yeah.
person.
But then you go something like Marvel Rivals too, which has also been getting criticism about how the characters look really sexualized or just generally look really well designed.
Sex sells, though, yo.
So
Yeah, sex certainly sells.
it
yeah.
does. But
Yeah,
my thing
are they
is
in the
this.
business of inclusivity or in the business of making money?
My whole thing is this. I
Yep,
don't
yep.
care. My thing is this. You could make like the top character work. Just put more effort into it. Like, gosh damn, give her an eye patch. Give her like a hair or something.
You look
I
at
just
the
hope-
characters for Grand Theft Auto, none of them are really good looking. Honestly, not a lot of sexiness there, but they're unique. They're attention grabbing, and that's why people like the character.
They have
personality, everything.
Character looks.
But at the same time,
it's not like how
GTA is grounded more in reality, right? So, and at the same time, you know, you gotta make a character believable in GTA, not eye candy.
They would.
But back to the character that we see about this bounty hunter, like this might be how the character looked like when she started becoming a bounty hunter. At least I hope so. If not, it's just bad character design. It's like no scars, no anything.
Actually, hey Rue, what's your thoughts on
It
this?
looks like she does this on her face somewhere. But
I was like, is this just the trailer?
This is the this is the trailer. They haven't shown gameplay just yet, but this is the main character for this character design. But my thing is this. The reason I think people are saying games are getting uglier is because when something like Concord releases, or something like the new Naughty Dog game releases, with the characters that don't look eye-catching, don't look appealing in any sort of way, and you can't even say they look bad without getting dogged on or getting crapped on or something else like that. But then you say, man, Marvel character, like the Marvel Rivals character or Stellar Blade have really cool designs. They look nice. Black Widow is thick,
And hot.
Well, like you can't say that, and the moment you say that, next thing you know, they're getting shit on because they look a certain way and all that stuff because they look somewhat sexy.
You're sexualizing them.
Exactly.
You're sexualizing them. Don't do that.
But at the same time, the Marvel.
But
at the same time, the Marvel characters, they were designed 60, 70 years ago.
Oh yeah.
All their body types and stuff like that. Back in the day, right? So how because Marvel Rivals characters are all from comic books, not the iterations that we see in movies. You have skins from the movies, yes, but all of the basic skins in Marvel Rivals come from the comic books.
Yeah, not all of them.
Not
all of them are. A lot of them are edited for the gameplay. Like, there is a lot of characters that have completely different outfits, and also there are completely different characters that are not the original characters.
Yeah, like technically Iron Fist isn't the original Danny Rand. He's actually cool. I think he's like, was it Kure? What's his name? But he's like a. What? What'd you say, Rue?
Do you not know that? So, it's like Swordmaster was the older one.
Oh,
he's the old Swordmaster.
Oh.
That's who Iron Fist is now.
Yeah. Okay, that makes more sense. Yeah. No, I haven't delved too deep into that yet. I've been trying to. But
it's
the thing
Lindley.
is, like the new Iron Fist technically isn't like Danny Rand, who is the original Iron Fist. That's fine though. He still looks cool. The problem that I have is, I love our also there's style over substance. Right now, like they try to make her look as real as possible, and I'm like, I would prefer Marvel Rivals because it's stylistic,
Well, I think this is going for a more realistic look, at least based on the trailer.
Oh no,
I mean the image you've shown.
Well,
but
what I'm gonna say is, as long as the game has a good story, I don't care what the character looks like.
Oh no, I fully agree. The problem is this. The first thing you see when you play the game is the character, one way or another. Like the character you're playing, especially if it's like a third-person like story game. If your attention isn't grabbed by the character, or isn't like interested in the character, it's not going to sell no matter what you do. Like what drew everyone to freaking Snake from Metal Gear Solid? His bandana, his wetsuit. This man was buff as a fucking brick.
He looked like somebody who could take on a few guys for sure.
Yes. There's nothing that stands out with her.
And is that another innuendo?
Oh yeah.
But oh my god.
Have you gotten the character's personality at least?
Kind of arrogant. Arrogant.
Like, I'm gonna go get this big guy. Like, from his like mugshot, this guy looks like a big guy. I'm gonna go hunt him down and get him. No worries about that. My whole 98-pound body is gonna slam dunk that shit. Like, what?
What the fuck?
Or like, what was that one Ubisoft game that came out as well?
Are you talking about Star Wars Outlaws?
Yeah, like how the character can literally knock out like a full man in heavy body armor and suit. It just doesn't make sense. It's not.
So I think there's a difference. It's not that it couldn't make sense. It's that they don't do it about it the right way. The problem is this: when it comes to that character that everyone's really criticizing right now, because it's the new character that's been released, everyone's like supposed to be hyped about it, by this and the other. But in my opinion, there's just nothing that stands out for her. She doesn't have any remarkable qualities other than just being kind of normal. Like, when it comes to like a bounty hunter, you expect something, even if it's just like a scar across the face, you know?
Okay.
So
I think I've gotten a game that characters aren't that's very popular, but characters aren't really unique in certain ways.
Okay.
Until like later in the game.
Yeah.
Detroit Become Human is kind of an example of that. But we only liked it for the story, basically. And yes, some people simped for the characters. But they're kind of similar, not very like, they look like basic humans, besides the fact that they're androids.
I will agree with you, but I have to also disagree. Because Adam alone in that game has a style to him. He's wearing a suit, you can clearly tell he's an android, but he has a suit and the suit kind of fits his purpose. It has kind of a cool color effect to it. It stands out in a weirdish way. Like every time I see like Detroit Become Human, it's usually one of his scenes, and that's because I think his scenes are probably the most interesting.
27 stab wounds.
47 stab wounds.
Oh god.
But my point is this: I look at Adam, and even though he looks sort of generic, I look at her and I go like, what is what makes you special? Like, what sets you apart from everybody else? Why do you think you can do this? Is it the baldness? Is bald supposed to be tough? Because I don't usually think bald is tough half the time.
She's bald.
I think the only time I thought it was really tough was G.I. Jane and the Aliens movie when she shaved herself.
You know what I want? Give her a fucking cybernetic mohawk. Give her like an eye patch that has a fucking laser in it. Give her a gun that can transform into a sword with energy or something like that. Like,
give her some dreads.
Give her some dreads that shoot lasers or something, please.
Or like a face tattoo, or like you could combine the baldness and you can have tattoos of let's say like
at this point
marks of how many people she killed or some shit.
Like at this point, have her fucking jacket turn into an Iron Man armor, please. Yeah. Like even so Redley, who went bald and everything else like that, had like a story reason to it. Like the first game, she was like first one, she wasn't bald or anything else like that. But the third one, she's been like what in like hyper sleep or some shit. I don't know.
Ellen Ripley in Alien 3. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah. But my problem is this. I think the reason people are saying characters are just getting uglier is because if they release something like Concord. If they release something like the new Naughty Dog game, the first thing that people say is, I don't think these characters look nice. And what happens when you say that is that, oh my gosh, you're just hating on it without even trying the game. You guys have no sense of taste. She clearly looks awesome and everything else like that. But then you say, oh, I like Marvel Rivals characters. They have really nice design. It's stylistic. Or hell, I like Stellar Blade. She has a really nice, really nice design. We all know what it's going for. Yeah, it has personality and this, that, and the other. But
personality.
But the thing is this, one is very much clearly demonized, while the other one is basically pandered to without like any incident. I think the problem with that is this, and that's why I think like Concord honestly failed and everything else like that is, one, the gameplay was generic, two, the characters were generic. But the problem is this, if you can't say the characters are generic and then you know when you're in development don't go back and change it, you're not going to win anyone over because you don't feel like, if you're not listening to the audience, you know.
At the same time, I think Concord just missed out. Like, I think Concord could have been successful if it would have came out close to Overwatch 1.
Maybe. That's a 50-50, but it was like a decade late on that game.
Yeah, plus, the hero shooter genre kind of died off.
I can't. You can't say that. Deadlock exists, and
not anymore. But Deadlock is in a unique place where it's like League of Legends plus Smite plus awesome character design and Valve just being five-head.
Because what is it? And my dog is barking. But no, my thing is this: when it comes to Deadlock, like another criticism people give it is like, oh, you just hate them because they're they're diverse and everything else like that. My point is, it's not about diversity because I love Deadlock, but the character designs of Deadlock look so cool.
They look unique. That's the thing.
Can I not be a cat, please?
Oh, Kitty Sigh.
Oh, tiny kitty sigh. Hello.
No.
We're both. There's 2 cats in this chat now.
I don't want to be a cat.
No.
Cat.
Oh God.
Oh, I got the Save Me sticker. We're all good.
Oh, I hope so.
Okay.
Oh, I'm supposed to join you in solidarity.
No, please. Don't do it.
Solidarity?
No.
Gotcha.
Sorry, wait. I'm looking for the.
Solidarity?
Is it this one?
Wrong one. That's the wrong one.
Hmm.
Where is it? Where is it? Ah, that's not it. That's not it.
That's weird.
Where are you? There
Okay.
it goes. Hello.
Are we having a wardrobe malfunction right
I have
now?
no hair. I am now the bald, except for the cat
I
ears.
couldn't remember the button for it.
I couldn't remember the button. Yeah.
Oh my
Have
God,
you
you're
no shame,
bald now.
Silence? No, I have no shame. I am the imp. Also, are you guys ready to go on to the next topic?
Sure.
Okie dokie.
Okay, sweet. So, let's go on to the new topic. The new topic actually is this. Ads. YouTube and Twitch ads. What are you guys' thoughts on that? So I'm actually curious of what your thoughts are, because I actually have a unique take on it, because I don't think ads are entirely evil.
They're not entirely evil. No.
No, they're not. They're not. But at the same time, we're all streamers and content creators, so we're biased towards them to some extent.
Well, no. So,
Oh no,
I don't have mine running.
so I run mine on low, but I feel like there
it's
should be an
low.
option to turn it off if you so desire.
I
Yes.
agree
That
with
is
that.
like YouTube. You have the option to turn off ads on your channel
Yeah.
if you want, for like streaming specifically.
Mhm.
But with Twitch, we are forced to kind of run ads,
Yeah.
Yep.
even if we don't want to.
But now they have the thing where you, instead of subscribing to the streamer to not have ads, now you have to subscribe to Twitch itself not to have specific ads, and I think that's kind of fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
Nitro.
gonna be honest.
Right? No.
I
what was it?
think their ad policies are pushing more people away than that's actually getting people to join. Because let's be honest, what's the first thing people see when they try to click on a stream?
They get 5 ads,
They get 5 ads. You know what that means?
and they click off of the stream.
They click off and they're gone.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
and
get 5 ads?
that's the
Oh.
biggest
No,
killer.
It's not that you get. It's an exaggeration. I only get like maybe an ad or 2. But the point is this: when you get an ad at the very beginning of a stream, which you don't want to see.
Yes.
Mhm.
But yeah, it is the
ads.
biggest killer for anybody that's starting out with streaming, and there's no way for you to turn off ads unless you set your ad time to 3 minutes, so that you won't get pre-roll ads for 1 hour,
Yeah.
Mhm.
which is the only way if you stream on Twitch. And it's sad that at least small streamers. I would say that Twitch should implement this. That small streamers should have the option to turn off ads,
Well,
because there's no ways for them to grow. Like a random viewer finds you on the list way down, right? Or maybe from a Twitter post if you do a lot of Twitter stuff. They'll click on it, they'll get 5 ads, they'll be like, I hate ads, click out.
Yeah.
And there's no way to combat that.
Yeah, the only thing that Twitch did do good with the ad stuff was the fact that you can snooze them during raids.
Like, I'm gonna be honest, I don't think ads are the worst. I think ads are technically needed because, let's be honest, marketing has been needed forever. The only thing is this, they're being too invasive about it.
Yeah.
Like, no one wants
like
an ad every 10 minutes.
All over again.
Yeah, like you don't want an ad every 10 minutes. Just honestly, my opinion on ads and what they would need to do, don't fucking put an at the actual, like, people have come to watch the stream. Don't interrupt it. Put it on the side. Put it on like the top. Make it not invasive. Maybe instead of an actual ad that like pauses the entire stream, have like an ad that comes up from the bottom and it just says, "Hey,
There's a
have you
couple of
saw
those
this?"
actually.
Like those should be the main ads you run, because the thing is this:
Right.
if you piss off the viewer enough, they're going to leave the site. Even if you're Twitch, even if you're YouTube, you push the person where they're seeing nothing but ads half the time, and next thing you know, they're installing ad blockers, and you lose that revenue forever.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now there's a protection on stuff for different, like YouTube has a specific like no ad blocker.
Yeah, they have that.
You can't even watch YouTube now.
The problem is this: is that going to stop people?
I'm getting ads for ad blockers.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's even stronger ad blockers.
What am I supposed to do?
I'm getting ads for ad blockers. What am I supposed to do? Download the ad blocker. Of course.
And there's this, if their subscription thing wouldn't have been so expensive on top of that, I think everybody would be like, okay, I don't like ads on YouTube. If it would have been like, let's say like $3 or something along those lines, I think most people would just, you know, dish out the $3 to not get the ads. But, you know, nobody has, like, not a lot of people have that $5 or $10 to subscribe to YouTube so they don't get ads.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
So-
$10
Oh, they
is
did
like
raise the
a
price
week of
on
food.
subs on phone again, didn't they?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
For Twitch.
For Twitch,
Yeah,
they raised prices again. Yeah.
So actually, I
But
have
only
a
on a phone. Only on a
actually-
phone, right?
So yeah,
Isn't that
actually, I
crazy?
have a question for all of you, but I'm gonna go to individually each one of you because I want to break this topic into one thing. So Rue, I have a
Okay.
question. How would you fix the situation? Because my problem is this: every single time I talk about this, people go like, "Oh, it's a problem. This is a problem. This is that," but I don't ever hear
Turn off the
anyone's
pre-roll
thought.
ads.
Turn
Just
off
turn
pre-roll.
off the pre-roll.
So
And
you-
then if you want ads through the rest of them, go ahead. But give us at least the option to turn off the beginning ad.
Okay.
Like you can have like a whole 10, let the streamer be able to be watched for like at least 10 minutes and then you can run an ad.
Okay.
Mhm.
Because my whole thing is this: I keep hearing people like talk about why they don't like it and everything else like that, but then I ask, "Hey, then what's your idea of fixing it?" And they never bring up an idea. So Ella,
I feel like you should be able to see it.
yeah.
Oh, go ahead, Ella.
So Ella, what is your thoughts on that?
I concur. I think that we should at least have like, if not like a slider to shut it off, or like at least be able give us like a three slot system where you can either choose to have it at the beginning, choose to have it 10 minutes from the beginning, or choose to have like a 3 minute 20 minutes from the beginning, like a 3-minute ad, no matter what. 20 minutes from the beginning.
Okay. What
And
about you?
then again, like the less invasive ads would be so much better.
Like, how, this is so. I kind of have a question. What about you now? What is your idea to solve it?
Honestly, I like the I like when you're on websites and they give you the option of how you want to receive the ad. Like they say, "Hey, do you want to watch 3 minutes of ads, or do you want to watch, you know, 6 30-second clips across the entire video or whatever?" Because I'm more than willing to sit through like 3 to 5 minutes of ads and then watch completely uninterrupted.
That's
Then
fair.
want to watch something and then keep getting every like ads every few minutes.
Understandable. What about you, Milk?
That's actually what I prefer.
Nice.
I
What
think
about you,
for
Milk?
I think for me, I think for how I would fix this situation is this would be a two-way, viewer's perspective and a streamer's perspective. The streamer's perspective would be any new viewer coming inside your stream for the first time ever. I would say he does not get ads for the first hour of him watching, and then the ads turn on for him. That would be one thing. And the second thing, what I would do is, if you are an up-and-coming streamer, let's say, in the ranges of 0 to 1,000 followers, I would say you have the option to turn down ads, basically turn them off, unless you hit a threshold of concurrent viewers or something along those lines.
So, I
The thing
kind
is
of
I think
disagree.
if they give you the option to turn off the ads, they might monetize you less.
So I'm gonna be honest.
They-
I think one thing people also forget, because I also hear like the most extreme ends of both sides is one of, oh my gosh, we just need to get rid of ads altogether so just make money from the content creators. You know, the content creators are the things that drive people to the platform. Like, yes, they are. The problem is this: as much as you make money, would you rather them play ads during your videos, or they take more than 50% of everything you get basically? And I mean like 75%. Because at the end of the day, they're running the service that you use to even like stream on. And at the end of the day, they also have family they need to feed as well. Oh, and Rue's gone. Rue?
Yeah, my hour's over. Bye bye.
Oh, okay.
I was only able to.
Peru.
I know.
Nice meeting you too.
Everyone go
Hopefully
follow.
I can be here for longer next time.
Yeah, next time.
Bye-bye.
Everyone go follow Rue. If you don't, I'll be sad. Do it. Go follow Rue.
No, make him cry.
No.
Yes, absolutely.
Go
Make him cry. You can
follow.
follow later. Just make him cry and then follow.
Yeah.
Nah.
Make him cry.
No. This is so mean. So mean.
No,
Say this.
never.
Always mean. Why? I don't know. Kind of. You need it. You just go, Ella go over there. I kind of go over there.
That's how I experience joy.
Yeah. Oh my gosh! How
At the
dare
same
you?
time, when we're going back to the, if you're playing a single player game, it's a lot more easier to just pause the stream, just have a breather and let those 3 minutes of ads and then continue playing with your game.
Yeah.
It is a lot more harder to do that in a competitive game as Marvel Rivals, Escape from Tarkov, Call of Duties, all of that, right? It's a lot more harder to do that. But if you're playing a single player game, as long as you're paying attention when the ads are coming in, right? There should be no problem. Like,
Because I think the problem is this: everyone either wants to get rid of all ads completely, or they think it should be heavily limited. And in my opinion, it's not that they need to be heavily limited. They just need to change how they do it. It's too invasive. Like ads on the side of the screen, or like a small little window that pops up talking about this game or that game, would be so much better than a full video blocking what you're seeing on stream. And at least no ads for the first 10 minutes. That way people get sucked into the stream and you have people to actually watch.
didn't Twitch actually give you the option to make bits by watching ads as well? But only in the US?
I'm not sure. I need to go back and look. But I just think...
There was a thing.
Because my thing is this. It's a really big thing for me, and I'm like, this thing is this. I want Twitch to do well. I want YouTube to do well. But the way they're doing ads is pushing everyone away. I think if they were less like in your face about ads, I think everything would be a lot easier.
Yeah, and a
Like,
lot more people would be more
it wouldn't be
successful as well.
It wouldn't be as bad. Because you need your content creators to do well, but at the same time, you need your content creators not to, hate ads. Because let's be honest, ads are also what makes up most of the money of these platforms. They're marketing material at best. So it's in a weird way. It's like you can't get away from ads because it makes up most of their money, and without these sorts, there's no content creators. Period. So the question is how do you fix it? In my opinion, don't make it invasive, have ads specifically tied to genres. Say like, hey, these people are doing a just chat. What is it about? Or you don't even need to do what it's about. If it's just a just chat, put like random like ads on it. But say they're playing video games. Put gamer subs there. Put like G Fuel. Put stuff that gamers are gonna like, because gamers are most likely gonna click on it. Hell, put Doritos. Bring back those Call of Duty Dorito ads. But you get my point, right?
I see your point, but most of these ads are usually implemented by the streamers themselves. They put like paid ads because they're supported directly by the gamer subs or stuff like that, right?
Yeah, I just think as of right now, ads are a little too pushy in the face, if that makes sense, and it's driving people away from platforms.
Well, the thing is, you have heard about the whole issue, though, right? That some companies are pulling their ads out of Twitch because they don't like the content that which is being brought up with their ad, like the more saucy, spicy content.
I'm gonna be honest. I agree, but at the same time, they also say that about YouTube. And the problem with this is this. You are an idiot if you pull any ads from these companies. They're even trying to do it to X and everything else like that. I'm like, you guys are just trying to get whatever you want pushed through these like platforms. The problem is this. The moment they do what you want, you're putting your ads back on that platform because you know without this platform, you're not going to make as much money. Most people don't watch TV anymore. Most people don't. I haven't watched TV in literal years. Most people are on the internet.
Exactly. It's been about 14 years for myself, so
like the point is this, most people aren't watching that shit no more. I've seen more
I remember getting phone calls.
Phone
calls from businesses. Hey, are you sure you don't want our cable channels?
Exactly.
No, I don't even watch TV.
Like that
I just reply, I have YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I've seen all that stuff. You know what's even worse than that? I've seen ads in VR chat be more popular than anything on TV. So my thing is this. As it is right now, the internet is something I don't think most companies are going to willingly avoid just because they don't like one thing or another. The problem is this, they want to push the platforms to do what they want so they can just say, hey, we did this because now we're good and everything else like that and get a PR win. Honestly, I feel like I feel like if the companies couldn't pull their weight with YouTube, considering YouTube is a marketing thing, if they couldn't do that, I feel like YouTube would probably be a better place for ads right now. But that's just my thoughts on it. But yeah, do you guys want to go to a new topic?
Hey, Doki, no more ads. Let's get rid of
no more ads. Let's go.
No, we had a nice middle ground.
No more ad blocker ads.
No more ad blocker.
So this was actually a bit of a personal one. I'm going to ask this question. What is the worst thing a fan or another VTuber has sent to you? You don't have to name names. Don't name names.
I'm not popular enough for that kind of thing.
Wait, what?
Dick pics. A lot of dick pics.
Oh.
Same.
No, I used to get stuff sent to me when I was active on Instagram, and I used to like share selfies, and I was like confident myself, and I was feeling myself, so I'd like send a selfie, and then I'd get like a bunch of guys messaging me, like DMing me and asking me if I want to be their sugar baby, and I'm like,
oh my gosh.
No.
Weirdos.
I don't really get weird or insane shit sent to me.
Yeah, I think I've just reached popularity enough to have that because I've had a lot of shit sent to me recently.
Oh damn.
Oh yeah, no.
Like, what do you have your stuff set on? Do you have it set on to where people can just send stuff to you?
Yeah, because
I have it to where only people who share the same like Discord server with me, and those people can send me a message. But other than that, it's pretty like we gotta be friends.
For me, I get this on X as well. But the whole point for me is like, I like when like the fans just like go, hey, how's it going? I love your stuff and everything else like that. Because I get a lot of that.
Yeah.
I also get the fun things.
You opened yourself to it.
I did, and I'm gonna be honest. That's a bad on me type thing. But like I kind of regret it, but I also don't kind of regret it because I still like getting the fan notes and all this stuff because it's still nice. But I was just curious.
Oh yeah, I've had a few weirdos, Nero, but like ever since I took advice from my fiance and how to do my DMs and stuff, I haven't had any problems.
Let's go. So.
Yeah, let's go. I mean, if you want to talk about passing, it's mostly been people asking to be my sugar daddy and stuff.
Yeah. What about you, Akane?
I have not gotten anything actually.
Really?
No one. Yeah.
Someone go send him a DM right now.
Yep, I'm pretty good. I don't know. I think like sometimes I have this like aura of like don't bother me kind of thing, and I think that is what it is.
I would bother you.
That's not what we're talking about.
Ooh, question mark?
Wait, no. You said you had a thing over me. I thought you were sad about that. I was trying to cheer you up.
Huh?
Oh, were you sad?
I'm not sad.
You're not
I'm
sad.
not sad about it.
I am the emotional support imp.
I feel pretty good. There's less stress.
Yay.
I don't have to deal with any weird things.
Like the easiest way how you can combat that, at least on Twitter, is make it so that the person needs to follow you in order to send you DMs. Because when I had them unlocked, I just had so many weirdos, so many people just saying that they want to like do stuff with me and stuff like that. It's like,
there are a lot of thirsty people out in that world.
It's like it's not entirely all bad, but there's so many weirdos out there. It's just like, ugh.
Okay.
Usually.
What about you? Yeah, I think so I got some weird stuff in my time. But anything specific? Anything specific, Miltop, since you've had some stuff sent to you?
Okay, the biggest one was the shittiest thing would be that's a little bit too much for stream, I think.
I guess it wouldn't be the shittiest, but like the craziest.
The weirdest.
And like weirdest, craziest.
Outrageous. It doesn't have to be something that made you feel bad. It could be something that made you go like, "What the fuck?"
Someone sent me B-Stars Yowie.
Somebody sent me a video of them putting a zucchini in their ass.
What?
That is a what fuck. Okay, how big was it? Was it your garden variety that you buy from the store, or is it like
it's like a small one?
Really big.
It was like very long, right? It was a little bit elongated at some point, right? But it was like on a condom as well, so it was weird.
God.
It was like
they were being smart about it.
Yeah. But yeah, I was like, okay, it was just a random person, and I think after like a couple of more months, I just made it so that the people on Twitter need to at least follow me to send me messages.
That's fair.
That is good idea. Good on you.
Yeah, I need to do that, mostly because I'm tired of the damn art bots.
Yeah,
I think the weirdest thing that I had happen, and it wasn't like somebody sending me a DM, the weirdest thing is I found out somebody made a Twitch account about my feet. And I don't have any pictures on the internet. They just used some random photo of some chick's feet. They don't even look like my feet. And they made a Twitch account about my feet.
Hey Ella, you know what's you know what it is? Something seems afoot.
Something's afoot.
Something seems afoot.
Holy crap.
What is that effect right now? What?
What? Something's afoot.
Yeah.
It's afoot.
You suck.
The fuck?
Yeah, that's totally strange.
Something's a couple of feet.
Uh,
Oh my goodness, I just got raided.
No!
But yeah,
Take no raiders.
messages.
Also, question.
Oh,
You guys want to go into the next topic?
where's it go?
Okay, we're actually going to go into Ella's topics.
Oh, already?
Yeah, because I think I interchange them half the time. So yeah, Let's go
So
into Alice.
we already discussed. No wait, you had like 8 topics. Holy shit! What happened?
I stopped. We just got to like 4, so I'm stopping mine and going to yours so we can get to everyone's.
Oh, okay.
Because everyone's got topics.
No, that's no problem. Yeah. Well, do you want to pick one out of the 3?
No, you get to pick. That's the point. It's your turn.
Oh, okay. How about we talk about the whole trying to make a child a VTuber a thing?
Oh God.
That was not the best decision, I think. As a company, that was
VTuber?
very bad decision.
There's a reason
Yes.
VTuber company that tried to make a 9-year-old a VTuber, and I'm going to be honest.
No.
That was like the worst idea I've ever seen.
Yeah, that is just no. What the
Yes.
fuck are they? That is really fucked.
Yeah.
I didn't hear. I didn't know anything about that. This is what the fuck.
It was not a great idea. It was a very bad one. It was not.
Yeah, I
Like-
hope they got smoked for that.
Right.
That
I
is
can
not
I can like in a thought process, I can understand that there are, for instance, let's say TV shows. There are adult TV shows and there are children TV shows. But if there isn't a platform to put a child on, there isn't a Twitch Kid TV or something like
Yeah.
you know what I mean? There isn't a platform for it.
You know what?
So I think
There
they were ahead of their time, honestly.
I'm gonna be honest.
That's a nice way of saying it.
You know what my opinion is? This
Mhm.
children should not be on regular YouTube or on regular Twitch. It should be on the kids, like kids
Or even
versions.
yeah.
Because I know
That's why it's
there's a
13 and
YouTube
up.
kid. There's a YouTube Kids, and I feel like that should be more enforced than it is right now.
Yeah,
need
but
to
at the end of the
bring
day, the enforcement, it comes down to the parents, and the parents half of the time, or more than half of the time, is they don't enforce their child that much because it's easier to just give them
Here, son, have an iPad.
a laptop or that.
Yeah.
Just give the child an iPad, and that's them taking care of the child, which is very bad parenting.
You know the worst part is I fucking hate Apple products. I fucking hate them to the fucking core. Oh my gosh, because I work with phones, and I'm gonna be honest, the worst phones I've ever worked with have all been Apple. Like, you know what the fucking worst part is? All they do is just like, oh, I forgot my Apple password. And then I'm like, you dumb motherfuckers. Yay, Scarlett, welcome. We got some coffee for you. Welcome to the coffee crew. Also, fuck you for Apple. I don't know, like Apple, fuck you. Not you, Scarlett. You're the best. You're the best, Scarlett. Fuck you, Apple. Sorry, I'm
I'm
still
a
bad at
Samsung
Apple.
joiner.
Oh my
I'm good-
gosh.
Same.
Or
I am very much. No, Scarlett's the best. Go
And
follow Scarlett.
mixed signals here.
I'm very much.
Wouldn't call him the crossfire.
Well, bang, okay.
If someone is using an iPhone, I understand exactly how you feel,
Poor Nero.
says Nero.
I'm sorry. As someone who's
I used
using
to have an
I understand
iPhone.
exactly how you feel. Because the problem is this: it's not that I think Apple is completely bad. They are very secure. They're very thing. But holy shit, do I have problems when it comes to everyone forgetting one thing or another? It's just like I can't insist to this. Yeah, wait,
So it's literally-
can we stop this tangent? We went from like 9-year-old kid joining fucking VTuber agency to Apple. Fuck you.
Phones, it's all your fault.
I know. I'm sorry. Continue with the child thing.
No. They started it off, and then the backlash basically made them stop it. So they did
Yeah.
stop it, but like, what gave them the thought that was a good idea in the first place? Maybe because of kids shows, maybe because of YouTube Kids, but honestly, it was a very smooth brain idea for sure.
Yeah.
What company did that, if I may ask?
Oh dang, I can't even remember. I know it's on my Twitter.
Please tell me
Maybe
it's
I
not.
can find out.
Please tell me it's not
Yeah.
Wachter.
I think the only way that like a child VTuber would be able to work is if it was an adult-led program, right? Like if it was
Yeah.
something where the parent was like with them on the channel and it was an active like partnership with the child and whatever they were doing on the channel. But like if it was literally just a child, it doesn't make any sense to me.
It really
I'm
doesn't.
gonna be
It really
honest.
doesn't.
I think it should just not be a thing altogether. Mostly because at that point you can also say, "Oh my gosh, the parents just using the child for clout."
I mean, that happens on YouTube all the time.
Yeah, but
and
it's
that
not
happens
a good
on television
thing.
too.
It's not a good thing.
That happens on television. This is nothing different.
It's not about being different. It's about actually being good. It is not.
There are literally television shows in Japan about parents and their kids.
I know. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
It's not great, is all I'm saying.
Yeah. It is not.
Yeah, I mean, what they did is
I think
wrong.
it says virtual Zevin or something to that effect. I think. Don't bet money on it.
I don't bet
I'm just
money
reading
on
the
it.
retweeted tweet, and it was like, what was that? It was Pim and Banana. So the child VTuber's name, their VTuber name was Banana.
Okay.
And the fact is that like they're talking about the fact of the matter. Yeah, the name represents a food product that is often seen as something
sexual.
else.
Yeah.
Phallic.
Yeah, sexual in nature.
Yes.
So that it too was kind of like, what?
That's fair.
What are you guys doing?
Like what the hell?
Oh, okay. I think I have an inkling what the agency was trying to do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah.
Which is
I don't wanna
which is
talk
really
about it.
funny. Honestly, it's really funny because of Twitch's guidelines that they like made sure to underline that we're no longer allowed to have childlike VTuber models and sexualize them in any way. If you do, you
That's
get
good.
banned.
Okay. At least they underlined that.
Yeah.
So, now, do you guys want to go into another topic, or do you have anything else you wish to add to
Okie
this?
dokie.
No, if
I don't. I'm good.
You know? Akane, what about you?
No, I'm good. We can move forward.
Meal top?
Yeah, we can move up. We can move on.
Sweet! Because we
We're
gotta...
moving up. Silings, get on something. Yeah, you're moving up now. You gotta climb on a chair or something. Go over there and climb on a stool.
What are you saying?
He said we're moving up. You gotta move up.
You're moving up.
You can't go up unless you climb on something. Because you're so short.
You want me to pick you up?
Wow. Appease? Question mark?
Why did I invite you?
Because I make content and I'm entertaining and I make everybody laugh.
I thought it's because you literally get boned on
Tuesday.
stream.
Oh yeah, that too.
Let's go to the fucking new topic. Oh my gosh. So, do you want to do the, which one do you want to do? The celebrities or the humbling?
I think the humbling and celebrities kind of tie into each other, honestly.
I say let's
but
do the humbling.
The humbling, yeah.
Yeah.
Humbling?
Yeah,
So,
humbling being used to punch down or used to slander on social media.
So,
It's become
I haven't heard
a
anything about
progressive
this.
thing, I think.
Wait. Can somebody
It's
explain
slowly
what that is?
becoming progressive, I think.
Wait, what do you mean? Like, I haven't, like, you need to, like, explain this because I haven't seen anything about this. Like, zero knowledge.
So,
Yes.
like, on Twitter, there will be, like, for instance, people saying stuff about, let's say, an artist. This person will come out and say, this artist is it, you know, I tried to understand them and what's been going on in their life, and they totally screwed me, and, you know, they're trying to humble them. Like, I'm being so humble and what I've done on my side, but then they're just like doing all this stuff, and it's just awful. And then you hear from the artist or the other side, and it turns out the other person was not being so humble.
So,
They're actually causing the issue.
Oh.
Okay, so basically it's just a whole drama thing going on with all of this. I would say it's blatantly evil for people to punch down on people, stuff like that, right? But at the same time, you know, in order for us as outsiders not knowing about anything that's happening behind the scenes, we need to have both inputs and then figure out what's true and what's not, right?
Oh yeah.
in my opinion, I think there's always two sides to the same coin. I don't completely trust the artist, while at the same time, I really much don't trust the person accusing the artist of shit. Because let's be honest, most people who don't like art pay for it and they realize it's not what they want, get mad at the artist because, oh my gosh, I didn't do like 5 seconds of research. I've been the artist before. I know that shit. The problem is this.
I'm just using that as an example, though.
Oh, I know, but my point is this. You should not punch down just because, oh my gosh, he might be getting popular and I'm not getting as popular. I'm gonna punch down and humble him. Like, humbling shouldn't be a thing you use to punch down at someone. Humbling is a term basically saying, I am humbling myself, or I've been humbled because I was doing something wrong. You're not doing anything wrong if you're just getting more popular. If someone punches down at you because you're getting more popular, saying they need to humble you, that just means they're trying to push you down as a smaller creator just because you're getting up there. And when you get up there, the problem is now, oh my gosh, they're fading in relevancy. Usually the people who punch down are the ones who are fading in relevancy, basically.
Oh yeah, yes,
like
and it's oftentimes the higher. Sorry about that. The higher viewership or higher like people who are believe themselves to be more valid are usually the one attesting that they are being super humble or super humble, and then doing something, or they're super humble in their actions toward this other person because they're smaller than them, only to find out that that person was not being a humble person at all. They were being awful to this other person, and then they have to call that out to light to so that way people don't get the wrong idea of the situation, which they would have probably not talked about before.
What's your thoughts, Akane?
No, I was just saying that I don't think people who are humble will call themselves humble.
Oh no, that's
You know
like
what I mean?
That's what I was about to say. That's what I was about to say.
Absolutely.
That is like the antithesis of humbleness. Like, humbleness is saying, I'm not the best, I'm not as good as I thought I was, That's trying to be humble. Like, it's kind of like just tempering yourself. Like, the antithesis of humble is saying, oh, I am humble. The moment you say you're humble is the moment you have not become humble anymore.
It's up to other people, like the outside sources.
An example of how humbleness looks like from a gamer's perspective is, let's say you're a high-level player and you say that you're just average, but you're actually really good, right? That's being humble as well.
It could also be like, oh, I go and help out here and there, and then, I'm just trying to do the best. I'm not trying to be like all high and mighty or anything. And then
that is being humble.
Yeah.
That is in itself humbling.
Yeah. Someone trying to humble you is not trying to humble you. They're in a weird way just trying to punch down at you because, you could be getting more popular than they are.
Oh yeah. Yeah, there's definitely different aspects to the whole situation, but I've also like I said, I've just been noticing it more as a trend that I'll hear a story from somebody, like one person will start something, like they'll make this long tweet, or they'll share a doc or something, and be like, oh wow, okay, this person's done so much for this other person, and then a few days later, the other person comes up with their own doc or their own side to the situation with receipts, and it's like, oh shit, what the hell? And then it becomes all drama mess. Like, can we not just do that from the beginning? Can we not just start this?
What you got to say, Miltop?
I would say people who do twit-longers are a big red flag. And if I see a person, big or small, do a twit-longer, and then later on, like most of the time, like 70-80% of the time, it's usually the first person that did the twit-longer was the asshole. So I look at that as a red flag, because if you can't do this in private, why are you showing this, sticking your community on the other person, right?
Oh yeah.
Like, no, that's a big red flag to me. It's like if you do twit-longers, you cannot be trusted. I do not trust you at that point.
What if I just tweet longer about soap? Like I bought a bar of soap. I think it's the best bar of soap I've ever had. Have you ever had that bar
I
of soap?
enjoy
It's so
those
nice.
threads.
I went to the soap store.
I
bought
enjoy the
soap.
threads that show that like share like that have threads that are like connected. Like one was about like Christmas lights and Christmas decorations in other countries, and some of the pictures and videos were beautiful.
Nice. But like that's a blanket statement, just like saying all twit longer is bad, but that's not the point.
Now I'm gonna start bugging Silence and asking him on Twitter when he's gonna share that soap.
Yeah,
I went
When
to
is
the
that
soap
soap
store.
longer coming up?
I was buying clothes.
Where are you? I am
Waiting
in
for
the
your
soap
quit
store.
longer.
Where's
Hey.
the pictures of the soap? Silence. I want pictures or it didn't happen.
Yeah,
Okay,
pictures, or
okay.
I'm gonna write a tweet longer that you didn't put a picture of a soap.
I will put the picture of the
You were
soap.
promised something you didn't deliver.
Yeah, and don't drop the soap. You know
That's
what
another
happens when you
thing,
do that.
actually. Like that's not
Oh, yeah,
actually on my
drop the
top.
soap.
That's not
That's
a
why I was
topic
buying
on my
soap.
topic list, but I really want to mention that. So, this is like a newish topic we're gonna go through. It's not actually on the list, but I actually really want to add this one. How many broken promises do you think you've made as a streamer?
None.
I call bull.
No,
Like
no,
broken
I haven't.
promises, as in, like I promised that I'm gonna do
You
something with a
promise you're
person,
gonna
and then
do
I
a
don't.
stream. You promise you're gonna do this. You promise to do that. I really, like, not even once.
I
Definitely on less than the fingers on my hands for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've been really good about that myself, so I would say maybe once or none, if I remember, because usually I'm very upfront whenever I can or cannot, because time zones, so I need to manage my time a lot, and most of the times I need to, like, for collabs and stuff like that, it's usually Friday or the weekend, Friday or Saturday, because that's the time when I can stay up. So I would
I'm
say
still working on subathon.
none,
Where are
but
you
I would say at
going,
least
Fi?
once or twice.
Where the fuck are you going?
I just realized
Hey!
that you guys have only done like 1 or 5, and I've done a lot because I'm very bad and overestimate myself, and then I get fucked over because
Well,
I'm
you
a
can't-
dumbass.
You can't count the time. You can't. Silence. You can't count the times where you had to like cancel stream because that's not breaking a promise. You
I
never
break it so much.
promised to do this stream. You just made a schedule and you didn't keep it. That's not a promise.
You do realize I have made several promises, like, hey, I'm gonna do like events with only clippers. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that, and I'm just like, I haven't done them because I'm just very, I was just.
Yeah, you haven't done them yet. That doesn't mean you broke your promise. It just means you haven't done them yet.
It's also like, I also feel like after a
I
while,
agree with
not after a while, like at least if you make the promise and don't even do it after like
You
several
never
months. I feel-
made. You never put it on the calendar. You never made it a promise on a specific day, so therefore you have time to do it.
I know, but it
I
feels
guess
so
maybe
bad.
I haven't then, because I do have intent to complete my subathon goals,
I just.
even though I'm really late
Okay.
on them.
I guess my problem is I feel like I promised them and then I never achieved them, and then I feel like a dick because I promised it to the community, and I feel like I'm lying to them because I am a liar.
Well, you're an imp. Of course
Yeah,
you're
but then again,
a
at the same
liar.
time,
I mean,
Silinx,
You, like, at the same time, you have IRL stuff as well, so I think your community will understand the reasoning why you canceled that thing because of either scheduling or
The
you
dumb
being
Christmas
tired
Eve shit we
or
watched, yes.
production of certain things that you're doing just,
Christmas.
wasn't done yet, or at least to your liking. So you put it on the back burner.
The whole
Right.
problem I
Just
think
like,
I have, at least this has been bothering me, and it's been a kind of like my hot take is this: if you can't do it, then don't promise it. The only problem is this: I promise it because I think I can do it, and then I don't.
If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out.
Yeah, it doesn't mean I don't feel bad about it.
I think as long as you
Yeah,
apologize
but then
to
that
people
makes
you're not
that
gonna
makes
do
you
it.
a good streamer. It should make you feel
Yeah.
bad.
Oh, at least that's good.
You learn
Hopefully.
from mistakes and you improve upon them.
Well,
you know?
I try. That's the best I can say. I try.
Yeah.
Actually, now I'm curious. What are some of the like mistakes you guys think you've made as streamers?
Not using social media the right way.
I'm gonna be honest. Is there a right way to do it? I'm gonna be honest. It's like I posted a video of just me, just like doing random shit on TikTok, and it got like the most views ever.
That's
And then I post like a long fucking video I made on YouTube, and it does well. Then I say banana on fucking Twitter, and I get like 1,000 likes or some shit. I say hi, and I get like over 1,000 people saying, "Oh, I want to say hi
Yeah, but what
too."
pictures are you using when you do that?
Not it's just I
Oh.
don't want to hear anyone.
It's usually
I don't want to hear anything from the Christmas, like the Santa, like the Mrs. Claus over there. I think you enjoy saying. Nope, that's bad. Silence, bad. Nope. Don't do it. Hey, Ella.
What was the question?
Do you enjoy saying dick?
I was thinking of something else.
I'm leaving now. I'm
again?
sorry.
No. What was the thing again?
Nope.
Because we kind of went on a tangent again.
Yeah, we went into the tangent. I'm sorry. Okay.
No, tangents are good though.
The whole point is, what do you think you guys have like? What do you think?
Oh,
as
what
a
was the mistake we made when we started
No,
doing?
just in general. What's a mistake you think you
Yeah.
made recently, or just in general? What's a mistake you think
I
you
think
made?
when I started off, I didn't design and pick my own model. I did a design based off of a friend because we were going to debut together as twins, and it didn't work out. And because of that, I had to spend extra money and time changing myself to what I wanted.
Okay.
Ooh, yeah.
What
That
about,
is-
But now look at me.
what about you, Akane?
I don't know. I guess like there's probably a lot of things that I could have done a little bit better in terms of either like advertising or networking and putting myself out there. I think I just haven't done enough of what I want to do. But then again, I also have a full-time job, so
I get
Yeah,
that.
I understand you. I understand you,
yeah.
Derry right
and
there.
I stream at least like 3 to 5 days a week. So
Hey,
Mm.
I get
Yeah,
those are
that.
good numbers.
Honestly, I think that you're feeling the same way I am.
yeah, it's tough.
It is.
It
It's
is.
very, very tough.
But
It is tough coming from a
So-
job and then doing content.
so
Mhm.
this kind of leads into another topic I have. But actually, I have to say the mistake I made. I think the mistake I made was not really having a plan. I never really planned out anything. This whole character was on, like, when I say this entire thing, when like anyone asks me why I started, this entire thing was just fuck you, let's see what happens. I had no plan for the character, no, nothing at all. I never even thought of lore. I was just like, hey, let's see what's going on, let's see how it goes. 1K later, holy shit, what the fuck happened?
I get that. I think most streamers that start with no plan and just doing it because it's fun, because just making content, just streaming, putting yourself out there, let your personality flourish and stuff like that, and then you make a hit tweet or a hit YouTube moment short or
Ow.
something like
Speaking
that,
of
and
fucking
then
hits.
you start looking. Yeah,
Yeah.
it goes like that, because just look at every content creator ever, like PewDiePie when he did YouTube videos. Yeah, or like Markiplier, PewDiePie or Markiplier. They made YouTube videos, small YouTube videos of them just screaming at the camera and playing games, and then it flourished into a profession, into a job. So I would say all of us, at least all of the semi-successful and successful streamers, start streaming because of passion and because it's fun.
So,
And usually the people that start streaming because of profits and stuff like that, usually those people are not that successful.
I gotta be
because,
honest, I think that's one thing about streaming that draws everyone into doing it, but it also is the one thing I think is like a true test of a streamer. Because the thing is this, you may want the profits, but searching for nothing but profit will get you nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
I think in the effort of getting profit from this, you unintentionally lose the thing that people are seeking.
Personality.
And authenticity.
Yes.
Let's put it this way. When you watch PewDiePie, who are you watching? PewDiePie. He's the same guy as he's on screen as he is off screen. Same thing with Markiplier. Same guy off, same guy on. Bao, Shy Lily, all the same. But that's the thing. They're authentic people. Like, they're authentic characters. I can't say that about half the actors in Hollywood.
Most of them.
All of them.
And then some, and
except
there
for
are some.
except for Keanu Reeves. That guy's actually legit.
Yeah, the older actors and actresses are mostly legit. The newer ones, the newer generations, kind of.
They're two-faced.
Yeah.
Very very happy on screen, but off screen they're like an asshole.
I know. I'd actually love to voice Two-Face. That'd be cool as shit. Sorry, sidetrack. But what is it? So actually, this kind of leads into another thought I had, and this is then another topic I had.
Yeah.
So
those the
So have you ever thought of quitting, and what keeps you going?
Nope. I never thought of quitting, so.
Okay, but what keeps you going then?
Oh, well, I mean, I think it's because of how I started off. I started off doing YouTube videos to archive for my kids to watch when they got home from school, because they missed watching me play games, but I played games while they're at school, so then when they got home, I wasn't playing anymore. So then after that, I started streaming so I could archive, playing and having fun and building memories with my friends and my mom at the time. Or, well, she's still my mom, but we're not as close as we used to be. And
that's an awesome thing.
So because I've been doing this to archive memories, I'm still doing it. And then I added the VTuber thing because I thought, damn, I can be an anime girl with big fucking tits and hot. Hell yeah. I still have big tits. I have big tits in real life, but I just don't like that. I never liked
we
the
all know
idea
you're a man
of...
behind there. That's a voice changer you got.
Yeah.
No.
I see your potbelly ass. You look like the guy who was playing World of Warcraft in fucking South Park.
Oh, yeah. And then also I had a friend who really wanted to do VTubing and they needed somebody to be their wing person, so I offered to help. And then I love having the character that matches my voice, and this way I don't have to be on camera because I'm very
shy,
self-conscious and everything. So this helped out a lot. And there are times when days after I get out of work, I'm just too put out to do it. So yeah, I'll take the day off, but and then sometimes once in a while I'll think, oh, I want to go on vacation, so I'll just take a hiatus. But it's mostly just because I'm not at my computer.
That's fair. So. Okay, what about you, Akane?
I actually did think about quitting here and there. I think what ends up happening is that there's always some random act of kindness that ends up sort of changing my mood or whatever. Because most of the time it's I'm kind of getting bogged down by real life. The stresses are getting high. And so obviously when real life starts getting incredibly stressful and you're VTubing and doing all of that, sometimes you start questioning, if it would be better if you just dedicated your time elsewhere. But then, I'll be in the middle of a stream and then all of a sudden, someone will gift 10 subs or more or whatever, and I'm just sitting there completely surprised because I don't expect that. I don't ever expect anyone to really ever gift anything. So I'm not a present type of person. So whenever someone does gift something, it's just really surprising to me. So, but yeah, and that always keeps me going. And I keep I keep doing things for everyone, sharing stuff with them, and they enjoy the content. So
what about what about you, Hilltop?
I have, but at this moment not, since I'm in a better place in headspace than I was. But that's because I've been streaming for like ages. I've been streaming since like, I don't know, probably 10 plus years. But then again, back then I would literally just turn on my stream and just play games. But back to the previous topic that we had, like just turning it on and just doing something without no direction and everything. But now everything changed since I put more stuff into it. I've thought about it a lot, but now, like I have timetables and stuff like that. So no, I think me just turning on and just hanging out with people and talking about some wacky topics on top of that, or what's happening and stuff like that, is always nice, because I like talking in general. I like just being in VC, either silent or listening to people, or just, and then if I can play some games or, just hang out, it's just awesome.
Yeah.
That's what keeps going my stream, honestly. And back to what Akane said as well. Whenever somebody blesses you on stream as well, that's such a big boost as well. It gives you that that boost from IRL stuff that's happening, and it just keeps you going even more. Making more content, making more things, just being more wacky on stream, and it's very nice.
Yeah, I agree. So, what is it? For me, I have thought about quitting a few times, honestly. But every time I would ever consider it, something or someone would come in and just say one thing or another. Like, I've said this story 100 times, but it's just one that always hit me the most was like one person who came in, she was new, really wanted to meet me and all that stuff. But she had a terminal illness, so she wasn't doing too well. But she came in and said, I like your stuff. You always make me feel better, and I'm doing a lot better now because I watched your stuff and everything else like that. And I'm gonna be honest, I kind of bawled at that, but yeah, it was great. And every time I go to quit now, I always think of one thing: who did I just make feel better when their day was worse than mine? And I just can't conceive of quitting anymore because of that. In a weird way, I love it, and I'm like, thanks for thinking this little imp over here even was worthy of clicking on a video for. Thank you, all of you, honestly.
Aww, gonna make me cry.
Yeah.
That is so.
You can't cry.
That's so sweet.
Actually, I can. Look. Which one is it? Is this one? There he is. Now I'm crying. It's all your fault. It's all Xilinx's fault!
Oh, the worst part is I don't see it. I don't see
no.
I don't see. Oh, there it goes. There it goes.
You don't see it.
I see it now. It took a while to load.
Everybody
now, yeah.
But
Xilinx's fault. You made the puppy sad.
Let's go into
getting those
another
kinds of
topic,
messages are really
but
strong.
The question is this. Akane, question. Do you have a topic that you've been wanting to talk about? Anything that's been bugging you? Anything that's been in your mind that you wish to stab the heart of, or some shit like that? I don't know.
I don't think there's anything, like, it's not a contentious topic, but it's one that I've been thinking about a lot lately. So I'll share the concept of it, and then maybe we can talk about it a little bit. But we talked about having a job and also VTubing, right?
Yes.
In my job, I'm actually like a really important person. And when I say important, I mean if I make a business decision, it can affect a lot of stuff. Like we could lose a lot of money, thousands, hundreds of thousands, potentially more. if I do something.
Okay.
And that's like a lot of power, right? Like a lot of weight. But then when I switch to VTubing, it's like completely opposite, because you're sort of, I mean, I'm not exactly like a new fish in the pond, right? But you know, I'm still sort of like early and kind of like building up my followers and subscribers and everything like that. But it's just such an interesting, I guess, duality of like having a job where something is just so important, but then you switch to, you know, a model on Twitch or on YouTube or whatever, and suddenly, you know, it's like there's like a different gravity, right, to each individual person. And I always thought like that was such an interesting kind of thought and idea, because like I pay attention to like the business aspect of VTubing like pretty heavily, right? So anyone who does those things that you consider like red flags and stuff like that, like not only for me are they like, you know, completely blocked from me wanting to ever do any VTubing stuff with them, but if I ever find out that they apply to my job and I'm, you know, on an interview panel for them, I will also not hire them. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like such a weird thing. People don't always consider that like what you're doing in the VTubing space, I guess, sometimes can actually also affect you in, you know, like the actual other IRL professional space of things.
I feel like a superhero. You know?
Yeah, I get it. I do,
some of my coworkers at some of the jobs I've had have always been like, "Wait, what's that on your phone?" Or like, "Who's that?" I'm like, "Oh, that's my friend. I do some of his art and all that shit," and then I just don't ever talk about it again. Whenever they bring it up, it's like, "Oh no, I edit his videos for him. He pays me here and there for it." I'm like, I feel as though I am like in a similar vein to Spider-Man or Superman, in the sense that if anyone figures out that this is me, I am cooked.
Oh, I feel that because I don't share any of my things with my family or anything like that.
I don't think you guys understand. The state I'm in is a heavily religious state, and I'm a fucking imp.
In hell.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So that.
Oh god. Oh god. You know, I definitely know what it's like to be Spider-Man. At least, I think that's one dichotomy people get to actually say. Like, I feel like it's the same thing with like ghost writers. How you write books, and next thing you know, people go like, "Are you the writer?" And they're like, "Nope, no, I am not. No." You know, I feel like
that's
those
types.
I feel like people like that are the only ones that get to go like superheroes. Like, yep, no, I fully understand secret identity. Fully understand that. You know.
Completely.
I think it's funny because my kids, when they talk about me, that's the first, like, they don't go, "Hey, oh yeah, it's my mom. She works at such and such place." No, that's my mom. She's a VTuber. You can watch her on Twitch.
No.
Oh
my gosh.
It's like, just make sure they're of age because I'm 18 plus.
Well,
that's always oh my god, no, why are you talking about that?
At least they're
supportive.
They're very
They're supportive.
Yeah.
That's not.
That's cute.
Oh gosh.
It is.
You know, I brought my mom onto the show once, and I think it was funny. But the amount of times I've heard people go like, like Mama sign, I'm like, please no.
You know that's going to happen, right?
You know what
like,
the worst part is? It happened for
see...
a while, and she just hasn't been back on, and I don't think she ever really wanted to be back on. Mostly,
it's
No, it's not. She wasn't affected by that. It's just more like she doesn't really have interest in what I do, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
You know. I think I had my brother on at least once. My father watches my shit. Although I always make fun of his name because he called himself Trans69 after his favorite transmission in a car from 1969.
Oh god, that backfired.
Oh
on your dad.
no.
Yeah,
that didn't
I
age
had
well.
to explain to it, but he still has it. I think he's just rolling with the punches at this point.
That's awesome.
But yeah.
Oh man.
Oh
And as far
gosh.
as coworkers go, I have quite a few that, yeah, they'll do the same thing. They'll see me. I'll rewatch streams to clip them, and they'll see me on there, and they're like, "Oh, what are you watching? Oh, just a VTuber. She's so cute. Yeah, she's really cute." But then sometimes I won't have my headset on, and they'll hear my voice, and they're like, "Wait a minute."
Yeah. That's when you realize you
It's like,
fucked
oh,
up.
shit.
That's why that's why I don't watch. That's why I feel lucky because I actually have a few people in here who constantly clip stuff for me, and I thank them so much. And I honestly like every time they clip something, I actually add them in my server as clippers, and when they're clippers, I add them. I've been trying to get time in order to set up like specific events where I'd basically just one day out of the week I just do events with clippers. I've been trying to do that. But I have like 3 people who just clip constantly. It makes everything so much easier.
That's so sweet.
You're lucky on that.
I am lucky. I think
such a drag.
It is. But I always think them because they are legit saving me so much
Yeah.
time. They have no idea.
Yeah, I stream about like 4 to 5 hours, and then I did 2 cool moments in that stream, and then I was like, oh fuck, I streamed for a long while. Where the fuck is the thing? Oh, I forgot to put a tag on the time. Oh my god, now I gotta watch it.
Like, one thing I've gotten into the habit of, I always have my finger on like the flag button, so whenever I see something of interest, I hit the flag button to come back to it later.
Good habit.
It's
Good,
a
good.
very good habit.
I'm going to copy that. I'm going to
I
copy
also
that
have
habit
a
because I
flag-
do have that.
Because I also, on my stream deck, I literally have the flag on every single slide. So even if I'm on a different slide that doesn't have everything that's like for Twitch or something, I still have the flag.
Nice.
That is something that I need to implement because I do have a stream deck myself as well, and
Yeah.
I do have the flag option on my dashboard. It's just most of the time I'm so into the game that I just forget, and it's probably easier if I just put it on a numpad.
I do an insta clip.
Instaclip?
It clips like the last 30 seconds, yeah, on Stream Deck.
Yeah, might start doing that.
Wait, that's a feature?
Yeah, it's like
Damn.
a plugin that you can download.
Okay, yeah, I might do that later.
Okay. Yeah,
But-
I think I'm probably gonna do that as well.
So, do you have any other topics you wish to talk about, Akane? Anything else at all?
No, I think that was the big one that I've been thinking about lately. Just the, I guess, like the superhero effect.
The superhero
Yeah.
effect, the secret identity effect,
Yeah.
Peter Parker syndrome.
None of my family know that I do this, but they do know, right, that I'm
Yeah.
doing something.
Oh my gosh! So, actually, I have a question for you. What's up? What's the topic you've been thinking about? Anything in your head you wish to talk about? Anything interesting?
I honestly, I need to think about it since I don't know. I've been thinking about a topic, but then again, all of the topics that we've been thinking about right now and talking about right now were really good ones, and I don't have any.
Oh, well, it doesn't have to be like
No
anything super
topic is
specific.
too little
It's
or
just
too big.
about what your thoughts are.
Oh, okay.
Remember, this is your hot take.
Let me think about it after the next take, okay?
Okay. Well then, let's go to like
Give him-
Ella's
give him
last. Let's go to Ella's
insta
last
sizzle.
take. The celebrities.
Celebrities.
Yes.
Celebrities' blatant disconnection to the everyday Joe and should no longer be used to advertise in politic charities or humble product.
Let's not do the politics one. I don't really want to go into that. That's like the one thing we avoid here, because I will get actually crucified.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean,
okay.
like, it's just the advertising in general. Like,
Let's be honest. If I want to go see I'm gonna be honest. I think I can point out a specific actor that this kind of fits. The Rock.
okay. Oh yeah,
I don't go see any of his movies anymore. You know why?
the quickness he fell from grace.
You know what really happened? The moment we found out in his contract he could never lose a fight. That's what made him boring.
Oh.
Because the problem is this, if you can never lose a fight, there's no tension to any fight you're in. If you're always going to win, it doesn't matter anything about any movie you're in because there's no way you're going to lose. Because
Okay.
the only way anyone would ever actually find more interest in like The Rock's fucking movies again is if in a movie he gets the shit beat out of him, and I mean to a fucking bloody pulp, and actually is on the ground, like lose. He's got to
And
take
that's
a
another
massive
thing
L.
with
Rock
action movies.
versus
If you
Batista.
notice nowadays, there's less and less chances of the action hero getting the shit out of.
Yeah, no, that's a problem. Like there
Yeah.
has to
Really
be
is.
tension.
And that's why anime has been on the up and up, because they write their stories and progress with the characters.
Yeah.
Because in Western media, like the hero is always he never gets beaten down. It's always finds a way. While in anime, like let's say in Bleach, Ichigo gets his ass handed to him all the time, but gains experience, right?
Then he comes back badasser
That-
than ever.
Yeah, like that's still character progression, right?
Yeah. But I think the problem is this. When it comes to most movies, or like, gone are the days when an actor's like, name alone. Well, actually, I can't say that. Gone are the days. And I can't say it. I just can't say it actually. So basically, without being you can't just put an actor's name on a movie and it will sell anymore. Except
Yes.
for
Oh, yeah.
certain,
Oh.
except for certain cases. Like it's
Oh.
very
But that's
rare
only because
exceptions.
those actors are fantastic actors. Like Johnny Depp, I believe he
Keanu
is a
Reeves.
phenomenal actor.
Keanu Reeves.
Yeah,
Keanu
Keanu
Reeves,
Reeves
there
is
you
the
go, yeah.
only one that
I'm gonna be
works.
honest, like Sonic the Hedgehog 3 was probably gonna be a success, but the fact that Keanu Reeves is Shadow is probably what's selling it even more. Let's be honest.
Yeah,
Right.
that as well. That as well.
Idris Elba.
Like, and what you said just now as well. Didn't they make a Payday-esque game with actual actors in the game, and the game bombed?
It didn't technically bomb, but it isn't great, if that makes sense. It didn't sell overly well considering all the star power they had.
Yeah, that's because star power is not that great if it's not tied to a good story anymore.
Yeah.
Like, give me an unknown character, like.
Give me
People
something
like
interesting to
playing
watch, and I will watch it.
Yeah, it's like that. We don't need like big stars in gaming and stuff like that. We need a good, well-written character, and that's it, right?
Yeah, I think
It
the
would be
thing
nice
is,
to have good voice acting, though. And you don't have to be a top tier
God.
actor to have fantastic voice acting.
Yeah.
I think one problem I did have as well is I'm gonna be honest, I think the dubbing industry is really fucked right now.
English
Yeah,
dubbing
English
industry?
dubbing for like from anything from like anime to a bunch of other shit is just really fucked
Well, they
right
fucked
now.
it for themselves
I
when
know.
they started like changing shit and like misrepresenting what was
Yeah.
going on or what was being said.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna be
but on
honest.
top of that, it's because of the times and
The problem is this.
like
Most things Western right now are trying to date themselves in this time in order to appear modern. The problem is this. That's not how you make a really good story. You know what makes a really good story? Timelessness. Akira Toriyama understood that. You know what the main theme in Dragon Ball is?
gathering the 7 Dragon Balls or some
No,
shit, or
it's not.
beating a bigger enemy.
It's not. It's self-improvement. I can be better than I was the day before. That was Akira
Isn't that the same
Toriyama's
thing?
entire thing. Basically, but the thing is, he just improves all the time. The thing is...
But also, you can destroy worlds and planets and kill everybody on it and then just wish them back.
Yes, that's true.
And improve on yourself.
Yes, but the thing is this. You get that the entire thing is I can be better than I was before. That's like the core emphasis of his entire story, and it's timeless. It doesn't matter what time you go to, that's a story that can resonate with anybody. I can't say half the stories now that are produced now would actually fit that. They've dated themselves so closely to the modern day that if the modern day just goes away, or like a new trend, or like we go into like something else, like they dated themselves like the 2020s will be considered similar to something like the 80s or the 90s, you know? There's gonna be like trends and fashions, but the thing is, it's gonna be so heavily dated that the moment it leaves, it's gonna seem like in a weird way, it's gonna seem like it's a Victorian era being like left behind, you know? Like you can clearly tell everything looks so much different than it was during that one time period. That's what's basically gonna happen.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's the industry in itself, and because of what you can say and you cannot say as well. Because if you look back in the day, voice actors, or you guys know who Takahata is, right?
Yeah, Takahata 101.
Yeah, so I think most of you watched the abridged series of Hellsing, right? The most hilarious and fucked up shit said in that. It's so funny. You can't say that in a normal series. Like, it's because of the times that we live in and what you can and cannot say, right? If times would have changed and certain jokes could be said, writing can become better as well, right?
I think there are
and stories on top of that.
I think there are like, how put it? I think anyone can really write a good story. The problem is this.
Will the publisher publish it?
No, it's not even just that. You can self-publish your own thing. It's not that you couldn't publish your own story. It's the fact, is your story dated for this era? And if so, you must understand that people in this era are going to be the most likely ones to read it, and they're not going to really read anything else. If you're going to write something to try and be timeless, that's probably going to grab more people's attention just because it's usually about themes that anyone from any time period can understand. Like, wanting love or fighting for truth, justice, something like that. That's why Superman is still relevant. That's why Captain America is still relevant.
The greater good and all of that.
The greater good. Like Iron Man's about regret, about being a weapons dealer and trying to prevent death, can I, fix my mistake, basically. These core themes are what makes writing so interesting. But the problem is this, is they're putting their themes so attentively to like modern day issues that they poison the well. Anything you've seen from like the last 10 years is going to be so dated in the next 30 years. By the time you watch these movies again, if you even want to, you'll be like, yeah, that just doesn't make sense anymore because it's so dated to the time. But it's not the worst thing ever. I think the same thing happened in a bunch of time periods, like with the 80s and everything else like that, right?
Yeah. Like, it's also like showing forth in like the newer movies. Some of them are being done well. Like, let's say they put out a movie and the movie's actual time and place was like in the 1800s, and you know how it was very like racially charged and stuff like that. And some movies, yes, they will have like the white people being, the rich people, and then they'd have servants who were like, slaves and stuff.
Like
and
Django.
It would be accurate, historically accurate. And then suddenly they're also releasing shows and movies that are in the same time period, but guess what? They're not historically accurate because they have to be inclusive towards race and inclusive towards how people are. And it's like, what?
I talk about like what is it? I guess like the Kingdom Come Deliverance type thing, where like they were pushing for like other races in
Historically
like
accurate.
to be historically accurate. There was very little like African Americans or like any sort of other race in, was it Poland when the game was made in Poland, right? Like Poland, Lithuania had a very homogenous like society for the Middle Ages. Like like I'm not saying there wasn't any different races there, but out of most of the people you're gonna find in like medieval Poland, they're all gonna be white, like 98%. Like if I went to medieval China, most of them, if not all of them, are gonna be Asian. It's just
kind of like the thing with the whole toothless action movie.
Oh god, I was talking about How to Train Your Dragon live action.
They're one side, the one side is saying, "Oh, it's a fictional character. How do you know she's not that color?" But then, it's based off of historical, like actual people.
Hey, guy, what's your thoughts, Akane? I'm curious about your whole thought on this one.
I mean, I'm actually all for preserving like true culture in whatever is being done. Like, I don't really like the idea of inclusivity just because like people want to be, inclusive. Like, to me, that makes literally no sense. Why you should compromise, the reality of something just to be inclusive.
And plus,
like there's a place and time for it, basically.
Yeah,
it needs to fit the theme, right? It needs to fit the theme naturally.
Yeah,
exactly. Like a job organization can be inclusive. A historical drama should probably not be inclusive, right? It's historical.
Right.
Yeah.
And unless the history is like yesterday, I'm pretty sure it's not going to be very inclusive, and that's okay. Because that's why it's history.
Yeah.
Let's see.
It should fit the theme. It should be along those lines. Because if it isn't, most of the people that are gonna watch it, consume that kind of entertainment, are gonna be like, "You're shoving this down my throat," right?
I fully agree. But Miltop, I have a question for you. Do you have a topic yet?
Yes, I do.
What is your topic?
How a lot of people are saying that 9 to 5 is better than streaming and vice versa.
Well, written as properly, it's fine. It's not that it couldn't be written properly, but the problem is this. You would not put like, say you're doing like a movie about like slavery or something, you're not gonna put an African American guy as like the master whipping like white guys as the slaves, right? And say that was historically accurate. That's not gonna happen.
Right.
That's why it's usually time and place. Like, I'm not gonna go into like a Chinese like Three Kingdoms period thing and then make every single one there a white guy. That doesn't fit the theme.
If you're talking about like characters, like favorite characters, like fictional characters, and then having them change their ethnicity, for instance, in Harry Potter, the live action, who do you think is playing the teacher?
Hamilton
what's the teacher's
people
name?
as founding fathers who were slave owners. Well, yeah. But the thing is this. This
is just an example, though.
Yeah, the point is...
What was the teacher's name?
Well,
I forgot his name.
Okay, well, my whole point with this, the whole thing is like, yeah, technically you're right, Oceanic. And technically you're right. There were that. But the thing is this, is like, if you're going to be like... Because the thing is this, when most people make historical things, or like historical movies or anything else like that, they try to generalize it to how the history was, like, overall. And while you're right,
I don't think Hamilton was historically accurate.
It wasn't.
Right?
It really wasn't. Like Hamilton,
they're
wasn't.
Literally just singing, and there's like personal sort of situations happening.
The problem is
right?
Hamilton was both historically accurate and also not.
His name, sorry.
Because Hamilton was technically a founding father. His whole thing was, he was kind of like a realist, if that makes sense. he was the realist of the group. The most of the other founding fathers were idealist in one way or another. They either thought the government should be like this or should be like that. Because the entire time is like, the one thing about America that made it so special about that time is that it was a republic, and there had been a republic for nearly hundreds of years. Most of it were kingdoms ruled by kings who were ordained by God and all that stuff. I mean, with the musical that assumed that it's not fully real life and people don't sing IRL. Yes, I fully agree. But the thing is this. Well, that's true. You're not going to say that's historically accurate 100%. You're not going to say that about most things. Yeah. But they don't usually... How about it? They also try to tell you, like, during these things, like during marketing as well, they try to say this is just as historically accurate as it can be sometimes. It's a whole thing. Like, there's marketing about it, there's this and the other about it. It's a whole like, web of, like, one lie to another. People have done that for stage plays too.
If you want to go on historically accurate, there's also the fact that I think there was a movie about Cleopatra, and announced that the actress was going to be a specific ethnicity that did not match the historical facts of what race she was.
I think the problem is this: when it comes to a lot of, like, the race swapping of characters, I just see it as, like, why? Like, there was no reason to. You could make an entirely new story with a new character. Why are you just changing old characters? It just doesn't seem like. It seems like you're doing it for brownie.
Lazy.
It's brownie points. You're doing it for brownie points.
It's lazy. Like, they just get, like, an American actor to replace some other ethnic
disbelief as long as... The problem is this.
And instead of, like, actually doing it, they just, like, succumb to, we'll just focus on the American audience.
The problem is this. I fully agree. They can suspend their disbelief, but the problem is this. Suspending disbelief is very, both easily able to break and also easily, like... It's easy to break, but it's also not easy to break. It depends on what you're doing. The problem is this. When you just decide, hey, I'm just going to randomly change the race of the character and just publicly announce it because you're trying to be diverse, you break immersion even before they've watched it because you've announced it like that. They know the reason isn't
Snape.
Wait, what?
They're Snape.
What?
Professor Snape, the new live action, I think, series that they're going to put out, Professor Snape from Harry Potter is going to be black.
Okay, so that my whole point is this. When you do that, the problem is this. When you do that, you break the immersion before anyone's ever watched it because they know the reason that character looks that way. Even in the books or even in, like, other media, they've been portrayed one way. The only reason they're doing it is because of brownie points. You ruin everyone's immersion, and by that time they also know you're just trying to pander to them, so they feel insulted.
Yeah.
And the problem I think I have is this: well, I agree with you. It's not always a bad thing when it's happened. When it's happened so much, Oceanic. When it's happened so much, the only thing people can react to, it's kind of like a knee-jerk reaction now. It's happened so often. Anytime it happens now, it's like, oh my gosh, it's gonna be awful. Oh my gosh. I think because they've done it so much, it's actually done more harm than good. In the effort to be inclusive, they have not only hurt they've hurt inclusivity by being so, like, demanding of inclusivity. They've actually hurt anyone who would try to be inclusive and it actually try and work. You know? The ones who are genuine are getting hurt because the ones who aren't genuine are trying to parade themselves as if they were doing a righteous deed, when all you really need to say is this person is cast as this thing, and that's it. That's all you need to do. Don't, like, hype it up. Don't say it's the greatest thing since sliced tea or sliced bread or whatever. But the problem is they do that every time because they've done it so much. I think they've made an effort to crash grabbing old IPs
Silence
by
is gonna break his cup trying to slice his tea.
I'm gonna be honest, yes. A female friend told me she used to hit on me in the past, but my dense dodo ass didn't notice.
Oh, Banking King. I'm so sorry to hear that.
I'm sorry.
I mean, I definitely get what Oceanic's saying regarding false inclusivity. Like, that is basically what's going on. Like, people are forcing inclusivity in ways that modify characters of how they originally were, which is, you know, essentially making it, like, not really appealing. And also like, disrespectful.
Like Ariel or mermaids as well.
Well, I was gonna say something different. It's because the thing is this: there's something recently been happening to, like the Asian community when it comes to like, you know, their works of art and everything else like that.
Oh like, yeah, I've seen that.
Like before I say that, I appreciate fan art. What I don't appreciate is the artist saying I fixed your work by like drawing a manga character that is clearly drawn one way in the manga and has been changed to be a different race just because that fan artist says this should be this way, and I have fixed the art.
And I think it's funny because they trace over the screenshot of the fucking episode. Like,
yeah, I saw that as well, and I think that's just.
But the thing is this is, you know what the thing is now? It is actually getting really bad because this is one thing I think that has been really been affecting it. The demanding shit that started in, are we talking about the Dan? Well, there's not just the Dan edit. There's doing it to a lot of other things. It's been done to My Hero and everything else like that. But you know what the problem is this? They are Japanese people are actively feeling like that they're like the Western like audience and corporations are actively trying to erase their input in their IPs and basically trying to basically erase their culture in a weird way. And it's not because I'm saying this; it's they're saying this. That's how they feel.
That's how they feel.
And that's why they're fighting back a lot more harder and actually making
my thing is
their
this: in an effort to be inclusive, and try and be like, oh, we must include everyone equally and all that stuff. They've gone in a weird way so tyrannical with it that they've actually not. I heavily disagree. There are many Japanese people online that feel the opposite about that. Like the attitude, it's not okay. The thing is this: I fully agree that the fan art is fine. I don't mind fan art, but there is a lot of people that do feel like they're trying to get like their history is getting erased by that. And I also don't feel like saying I have fixed your art is a good thing.
Yeah,
it implies there was something wrong.
It sounds
to begin
disrespectful.
With. It is.
Yeah.
It is disrespectful to the mangaka and to a whole culture that basically they're doing, and that's not okay.
What is it like when it was the voice actors and it's the localizers. Yes, the localizers actively go out of their way to change. Like they've actually went out of their way to change some of the original story bits for some of the mangas and animes. Thank you for. I'm still working on the big art. I'm gonna. Oh, nice.
You're welcome, Guy.
And usually a lot of those fixes, it means it as a joke, or like if someone whitewashes a dark character through fan art, it's a valid critique to say, here, that's what to light them up. Well, the problem is I hate it when they whitewash characters too. I hate it when anyone does that. But the problem is this: when you say I have quote unquote fixed the character, it implies there's something wrong with it to begin with. That's why I hate both. Unlike us, there's complaints on Twitter usually like from those weird old... No, actually. No. So actually, let's put it this way. So, there was a character in an anime that was getting translated that was a guy that gets transformed into a girl. But he always... Oh no, it was the zombie one. It was a guy who pretends to be a girl because he wanted to be like a K-pop star type shit, right? Well, in the anime and the manga, they basically he always referred to himself as a guy. You know, he knew he was a guy the entire time. The anime and the localizers tried to basically make them transgender, even against the fucking wishes of the actual author. It's not going after localizers because, oh my gosh, they're doing this, that, and the other. It's because they actively have said they could not care about the original source material. Also, it's usually localizers.
That's bad.
In the
That's
pipeline
bad,
always corrupt corporate. They are. That's why I don't like them either. they're corporate and they try to change the original like source material, and then they say fuck you to any anime fan who even tries to call them out on anything. Even like I would agree, some of the weeb localizers go like even the weebs sometimes go way too far, but they have some points when the localizers are actively trying to change things to fit, like not even like they actively try to change the story in some ways. Is the corporate? No, I honestly think it's both, because the thing is this: corporate tells them to do it, while at the same time some of the localizers agree to do it. It's like the thing I have for gaming. Like, I think some developers are actually good. They aren't bad. But I think some developers are just straight up lazy and just put in microtransactions because they want money too.
Yeah, but that's usually not because of the developers. That's usually from the higher ups, the guys that
was doing
make the
that
decisions
stuff,
for them.
Angle and stuff, and they so yeah, that actually happened too. They were actually bragging about it online as well. The point is, I'm trying to make out is this: I blame both corporate and some of the localizers, because some of the localizers agreed to it, not because they were forced to, but because they actually do agree to it. You know, it's a very gray issue. There's like so many webs and strings in it. Like some localizers aren't like that. A lot of localizers are. Some can't even speak Japanese, and now they're still in charge of supposing to like basically localize a Japanese things. And they also said some of them have actually come out and said they hated anime to begin with. So I don't know why they're localizing if that's their whole, like, they hate it to begin with, you know?
Yeah, that's because it's a job for them.
I still disagree. I'm always on the side of the worker and the pipelines. The thing is, I'm on the side of the worker, but I also see that not everyone who's a worker is out for workers' best interests. Like, some of them actively hate the industries they're in and would rather see the industry burn than they actually do anything good. I don't always like default to like, oh my gosh, this worker good because he worked. I default to this worker work good because he believes in what he's doing. That worker probably not the best because he actively don't. I still think corporate suits are not the best, but I still think that not every worker is good either. I'm very like person by person, if that makes sense. It doesn't need to be a big amount of them. It just needs to be the right ones in the right spots, like managers or decently sized localizers, like a head localizer would be able to change a lot of things. It doesn't need to be a lot of them. It just needs to be certain ones, and the certain ones would just need to benefit from it. Say getting like bigger paychecks from, you know, higher ups, like managers or something else like that. I'm pretty sure the daily workers are like that, but it's a whole thing. I'm just like very gray on the situation. I try to take it person by person. But
I think we really got off topic.
We did. I think we got off this topic.
We were going to start a new topic and we never did.
Yeah, we should actually start a new topic. Actually, we
went on a big ass tangent, but this was good to talk about because it is very important.
It is, because it's one of those things of, I think it's a topic that leads into so much else, because in a weird way, it's one problem that can be connected by 5 others because of the cultures of companies, workers, and what the companies are trying to push so they can seem hip, or what they actually believe in. Which is their right, but the whole thing is that's the effect.
Getting on the bandwagon of what's going on.
But actually, let's go to another thing that kind of might tie into this, but it's a new topic. The new topic is actually about Baldur's Gate 3. It's being review bombed. You know why?
That's funny.
In a bad way or good way? Wait, what?
In a bad way. So because
I read about it.
Because the reason is because Sung Woo Kong did not win Game of the Year.
Okay.
That's stupid.
Yeah.
So what does that have to do with Baldur's Gate?
The reason it has to do with Baldur's Gate is because they think it's because it's a Chinese company. That's why it didn't win.
No, we all know why it didn't win.
Why?
Because PlayStation had their anniversary.
Yeah.
And on top of that, it was a safe pick for PlayStation 2 and all of the other companies to put Astrobot, which is
I'm gonna be
a
honest.
lot more PG friendly
The
than.
It has
reason-
nothing to do with Baldur's Gate. Yeah.
It's not about Baldur's Gate. This is the viewpoint of the people actually review buying it. They say it is this: the Game Awards were basically rigged because most of the pundits there are probably Sony shills, or at least paid off in one way or another by Sony, because they do that a lot. So they see it as completely rigged. And the only reason that Baldur's Gate won last time is because, one, they see Baldur's Gate as like, oh, a European country can come in and make an excellent RPG/game, and next, they win Game of the Year by a landslide, and we do basically the same thing. We made millions and millions of copies. We're basically the best-selling game of that year, and we lose just because we're a Chinese company. That's how they view this entire situation. That's why I was talking about the whole, feeling of, whitewashing in, Asia is starting to get a little more rampant, is because of they feel like they're getting cucked right now. Especially
I'm in
the
this
Chinese
space because Baldur's Gate was an amazing game and it deserved the title by
Oh no,
far.
it did deserve the title.
It
but
did.
the thing
It
is,
did. It deserved the title and even more.
I fully agree.
It's probably the
Oh, no.
most 10 out of 10 game
Oh, no.
in this day and age.
And it's
Fully
still giving,
agree.
too. It's still giving to this day.
Oh no, I fully agree. The point is this: I fully agree with everything you guys said. The whole problem is this: they feel like just because they're a Chinese company that they're getting shit on, or they're not getting their just desserts, basically, or they're because they're an Asian company doing this. Because let's be honest, when you have even articles talking about Assassin's Creed Shadows and how there was an article published basically saying that there's too many Asians as samurais, we need to represent that more. Samurais are from Asia. You're not really going to get too many that aren't Asian. That's their culture. That's their point of view. That's their history. So in their eyes, on a lot of things with how anime's been treated, how their culture's been treated because of Assassin's Creed Shadows and all that stuff, there's a lot of resentment towards that now. It's a really big problem in my opinion. I think I lost because of any Red Scare vibes. These have been many games from corporations in China that have won awards. True, but this was this was how put it? I fully agree, but this was a different scale, if that makes sense. To them, this was their Baldur's Gate. It was their mythology. Sun Wukong is very much a character that was spawned in the East. It is their heritage, their mythology, their cultural icon. He's been a cultural icon enough to where he inspired Goku. So they saw a character that was so iconic to them. They saw a franchise that was honoring their history, and when it didn't win because Sony, which should be on their side, usually would buy out either one thing or another, or just because the reviewers would go after them for nonsensical reasons, or purposely mistranslate the actual author's thing, because when they got called out for not doing one thing or another, then the entire fucking media went against that one game. They saw it as an attack on them. And when the game didn't win Game of the Year, they thought, oh my gosh, we can't do it because we're a Chinese company or we're an Asian company. But Larian could do it because they're a Western company and they get all the just desserts. But we get shit on just because, this, that, and the other. So in a weird way, they feel as they're getting shit on just because they're Chinese, in a weird way.
Yeah, I thought Wukong, either Wukong or Metaphor should have won. One of those two.
I'm fine if Astrobot wins, but
I'm not.
it's not
It's a
No,
big fucking ad.
Ast-
It's just one
Astrobot-
big ad.
fair.
Yeah, Astrobot is literally it's an amazing platformer game. I'll give them that, but it's not Game of the Year worthy because the only thing going on for Astrobot is literally nostalgia from all of the previous PlayStation titles, and that's what's giving the points to Astrobot because Spyro, that game,
God.
Uncharted,
Killzone.
Killzone, and that's the reason why Astrobot probably got a lot of points in that because of nostalgia factor, right?
I'm gonna be honest. Also, You know what would actually restore faith in the Game Awards is if all the awards are voted on by the public and not voted on by like reviewers or anything else like that. Because let's be honest, most gamers hate games journalism. Every single gamer I've ever met hates games journalism because let's be honest, they're utterly corrupt shills.
Yeah, they are, because like
exactly
you can't trust none of them. You can't trust none of them. No, if they're gonna talk about a game like that, it's always gonna be either paid. Just look at Starfield, 9 out of 10, and 99% out of 100. Amazing game. You play the game, it's empty.
I was sad about that game.
Yep.
It doesn't have the story is like
mid. It is
six out of 10.
You know what the story
mid,
is? I play. So I'm gonna go on a tangent. Sorry about this, guys.
The only time I had fun playing that game was when I was high. So
honestly, I wish I did that. That sounds actually fun. You know why? I played that game sober. You know what happened? I hated it. You know why? Because the story is actually awful. The story is literally, oh my gosh, let's go explore space. You know what the problem is? In exploring space, there's nothing really interesting.
Because like your first playthrough on
of games journalism,
your first playthrough on Starfield is literally you exploring space, thinking like that, and then you figure out that you can get magical space powers, and then you go through cycles in the game. That's probably the most interesting thing about the story, that after you complete the story or complete 20 cycles of the game, you get the true ending.
I do have to agree. Nero does make a valid point. Does make a valid point. The biggest fan base will always win. So that's a good point.
Yep.
But the problem is this: you can't have it to. You can't have. Then I don't feel like games journalists should be able to do it. You should have someone else do it, because let's be honest, games journalists are very much corrupt, bought out by like more than half the people. Like most of them.
While we're at this, I still believe Fortnite should have won for the best ongoing game.
I feel like Game Ranks
instead
is
of Helldivers.
So actually, before I was gonna say, Game Ranks definitely does do it better. I fully agree. Game Ranks does do it better, but my whole thing is this:
Helldivers is too young.
Mid.
Like it's a very new game. It is an amazing game. I love Helldivers, and they're doing a great job at keeping up and adding things and everything like that.
But then you have Fortnite, which basically added Rock Band, added FPS game mode right now, added Lego, added racing.
Yes.
You can. It's basically the new Roblox.
So
right?
it's
the best ongoing game right now, and they lost to Helldivers.
You know why?
And Helldivers is probably the best community-based game, but not best ongoing.
No. You know why it might be considered the best ongoing is because not only is it best community game, in my opinion, but it's best ongoing game because you know what they do to everything? They give everything a purpose. When you get a tank, it's not just because you got a tank. You got the tank because you and a bunch of everyone else fought and died for that tank.
Malvern Creek, we remember.
Yeah. You get that type of stuff. You don't get that in Fortnite. Fortnite's just seasonal updates. Hell, Final Fantasy's won the best ongoing game too because of what it's done. Like it's not.
That's understandable, but
so is Helldivers right now. Helldivers
they're both on the same level, but Fortnite still added more things.
It doesn't matter about the more things. It's how those things were added. Like think about it this way: if I add Lego, but it's just okay. But I do a Helldivers event, I dive for a plane, and I get something really, really cool. What do you think I'm going to remember more?
Probably the dive.
Exactly. That's why
I think it's how they engage the community.
Exactly.
Helldivers did
the community on a very natural level, right?
Yes.
Which is almost basic consumer. Helldiver actually called people to arms,
like I remember playing Helldivers in the first month, and it was just like, oh, we gotta go to Malvern Creek and take it out, and we get that, and we get it. You feel like you have a purpose in the game, like you're fighting for something, which I think if many games implement that into their game, it would it would only make gaming better.
Yeah, I feel like that's something they like most other games need to follow. And also, Nero, I fully understand it's a PlayStation game. I personally don't like PlayStation as a company. I really hate a lot of it. Got milk? I always have the milk. But wait, what?
Do you always have the milk?
I do.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like cream or sugar?
Where does it come from?
I have
But
cows.
Nero
cow.
did mention that.
Wait.
Nero
wh-
did mention
why are you
that
so
the
excited,
reason
Ella?
why Larian Studios got
I gotta follow.
review bombed,
Oh.
right, is because the game that won the Game Awards is not on Steam, and it couldn't be review bombed. That is one of the reasons as well.
Yeah.
Because we would have seen actual input to see how many people think that Wukong should have won instead of all of the negativity going towards
company.
Larian Studios.
I think it also shows.
It would have gone directly to the PlayStation title
I think it
to
also
see
is
how
that
many
they-
actual people think it's not a thing.
I was just gonna say is I think it also is gonna hurt like relations between companies in the long run. 'Cause I think companies should like semi work together in some ways, or at least not actively start trying to basically say you guys are worse or this, that, and the other. I just feel like that's like friendly fire for a company who's actually trying to do well, you know? But
Yeah.
I say with this, we go to our next one, if you guys are ready. Because the next one is Q&A time. So chat, feel free to ask us any questions, anyone particular questions. You can name it at Akane and everything else like that. Please be respectful, and the chatters do get the right to refuse the question if they feel like it's too, personal. But yeah, feel free to ask any questions you want, guys. You also suck.
Raw, next
I remember
question.
hearing
Oh.
most- What? When you wait, what? I think it also sucks is remembering hearing most artists who work on games that one got fired to. Yeah, that's really dumb too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Then again, I think that's Sony fucking up with Concord. I'm gonna be honest. I think Concord did more damage to them than anything else. Like they lost $400 million. They had animated shorts prepared. They were getting everything ready. They bought a thing for secret level.
Yeah, but
It's
the animated shorts was nice and everything from what I've saw. And for the slow time there was, it's just in general the gameplay was just not that engaging, right?
Their
If the
pipeline
gameplay would have
was
been more
crazy.
engaging or fun, right?
Yeah.
Concord would have probably survived.
I'm gonna be honest. What they needed to do was get entirely new character designs.
Yeah.
Their character designs.
The map
'cause the
design
thing
was
is, like,
trash as well.
that too. But the whole point is this: when it came to their character designs, the one thing a hero shooter has to do is make you want to be the hero. When those characters look the way they did, no one wanted to be them.
Yeah.
And when you don't want to be a hero and a hero shooter, then no one's playing.
Yep. That's why everybody's leaving Overwatch 2 for Marvel Rivals
Yes. Would have been life support from the beginning. It was on life support from the beginning. They lost players during
Yeah.
a beta. That's never a good sign.
now. Yeah.
When you have like an open beta that's free and you lose more players during the open beta, you know you fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
But that's just the thing. But in my opinion, I think PlayStation has shot themselves in the foot too many times. Like
A lot of
Yeah.
companies as well as like publishers have been doing that lately.
I fully agree. You know what my only problem is? When it comes to Sony, I honestly think if they fuck up too many times, they may not be there anymore. Because the thing is this, when it comes to Sony, unlike Microsoft, who basically makes money from any single, like, Nintendo just chilling, doing their own thing while you
Oh
know,
no,
not saying...
Nintendo totally shot themselves in
no,
the
they
foot when
did
they
too.
decided to sue and then make
Hey,
that patent so
Dania.
that way they could sue.
Hey, Diane.
Yeah, Nintendo is literally I'm actually surprised that Nintendo is still a thing. Like the new Pokemon games are just like
Gosh dang it,
not that
Diane,
well
why?
made from what I've heard. From what I've
It's
saw.
okay, it happened already and he was
Why?
completely uncovered.
Yeah, they're okay.
Why?
They're not the worst,
Sorry.
but they're okay.
So the thing is this: Nintendo is
Oh, let me
interesting.
join you.
Oh, you have 3 arms now.
Let's go. Okay, Nintendo is interesting because they saved themselves. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. This is what happened, in my opinion. I fully agree with Oceanic on this one. Nintendo Switch was such an interesting and unique idea, and I have to give Nintendo credit. Anytime they make a new console or they really try to push how you play a video game, they honestly do it. They're the ones who did motion controls. They're the ones who tried to do portable gaming the best. They actually did it for a while.
Until Steam came in,
until
and
Steam
are like,
comes
"Hey,
in,
can you use
yeah.
your Steam?"
Like that's the thing is, you don't get the Steam
Because
Deck.
they might even sue Steam because now they can patent something after suing them.
The point I'm trying to point is this: when it comes to what is it? When it comes to Nintendo, I have to give them credit on this. There would not be a Steam Deck without a Switch. That's true. You're not gonna get motion controls or VR without the fucking Wii, because motion controls were fucking born there. The thing is this.
Yeah,
you
fully
have
agree.
to give Nintendo props. Whenever they change something new, or they actively try to do a new way of how you play video games, they actually try and push for something completely new you've never seen before. They were the first ones to do VR. Sure, it bit them in the ass, but they did that.
Wait. Well, I mean, the Xbox is the one that came out with the body tracking.
Yes, but
With
they
the
don't get that.
Kinect, right?
But they don't. But they don't get anywhere close to that technology without getting the Wiimote first.
Yeah, that is true. I
And
think
then
the Wii
fucking
came
PlayStation
before
straight up
the Kinect.
copied their fucking Wii motion controls with
Well,
the fucking
no, because
PlayStation.
they're
But that's common.
motion control is the motion controller you're talking about is a different concept from body tracking. Motion control is when it's inside an element and you're moving it, whereas body tracking is where it's a camera focused upon the body and tracking it through the dot thing.
Yeah.
So I think I
so
get
it's
what you're
two
saying.
different
We
concepts.
understand what you're saying.
I think I get it. I love the genuine push for innovation. I will agree. They do it like a genuine push for innovation, at least. With everything they do.
When it comes to game development and the games that they've been pushing out, it's just a sad contrast to the point. Yes, when it comes to their mechanics and their innovation towards the actual product, yes, but when it comes to games, they've been falling short, and then somebody comes out with something that
Like Power World.
pertains to somebody or pertains to the consumer and what they want, and they get butthurt and decide to pull that shit, which everybody knows is dirty. It was a dirty thing to do.
Yeah.
Really makes me wonder if I should even continue getting Nintendo shit. Because
The whole thing is this. They saved themselves with the concept of the Switch, because let's be honest, a home console you can take anywhere is a thing that anyone would want.
Yeah, especially if you like to travel a lot.
There's a Pokemon, the whole Pokemon and Power World debate kind of boils down, at least to me, is the fact of Pokemon came out first, yes. But the patents did not happen until after Power World was either announced or it came out. In my opinion,
And it's
it way came out.
yeah. So my
and it's stupid to patent a game mechanic in general.
That's one thing I also hate. You know what I hate? There's one company. So this is the story. It's gonna involve the Power stuff, but it's about WB. Have you guys ever played Shadow of War?
Shadow of
No,
War.
I
You
don't
mean
even think I heard
the
about
one
it.
game where you
Heck
scale
yes.
big things and kill them?
So
No, Shadow of War. Wait.
Yeah, Akane, have you played
no.
it?
Thank you.
No, I don't think I have.
So there was a system in Shadow War. It is called the Nemesis system. So what happens?
Oh, now I
is,
know what you're talking about.
So I'll go into a brief explanation of what the Nemesis system is. So what the Nemesis system is this: if I were to kill this enemy, they could come back, being revived by dark magic, and then they'd be like, "Oh, I remember how you cut me down. I'm coming back for my revenge." Or they could have a blood pact to a brother, and you kill that brother. Then they, like, say you're doing a mission. You could be interrupted during that mission because that orc remembers you killing the brother, and then it's like, I'm gonna go attack him now. And he'll be like, you killed my brother. I've come to take my revenge. Yes. And then you burn him alive. He'll come back after that saying, you burned my face, and now I'm gonna kill you. And then you turn him into like a puppet, and then he's like, I'm gonna serve you faithfully and all that stuff. That's the kind of stuff the Nemesis system was. But since they patented, now you can't have that in other games. I would love playing like a Metal Gear Solid where I'm like fighting against like an enemy commander and he remembers the things I do to his men and he's like mentioning it, like, you know, you took out a captain or something else like that. Like, mechanics in certain ways should not be copyrighted just because of the fact of they're technically, like, if I throw a ball at an object, it's gonna bounce off. That's how it is. It's fucking physics. You shouldn't be able to fucking
human
copy.
behaviors should
Like,
not
you should
be
not be able to.
copyrightable.
You should not be able to copyright anything that is legit human behavior or physical. You should not be able to copyright anything that could just happen in real life. You should be able to copyright something that is like, you know, a technique of like how to
Like a
render
story,
something. No, not even a story. You shouldn't be able to copyright any of that shit. No, you should not be able to copyright any story. Period. But not story. I mean, like, you can't copyright a specific story element. You can't go like, oh, the MacGuffin is now mine. Anyone using it has to pay me money.
Yeah, just specific words or specific things are just stupid to copyright.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like where are they gonna?
Thing.
Where is it gonna end? You know,
like
where is it gonna end?
Shadow of War felt like a downgrade to me. True, but the point is, the Nemesis system was a system that I feel like could have been used by a bunch of other games to become so much better than it was. Let's be honest.
But they skirt around it.
No,
like they can't.
So the thing is this: you would basically have to rebuild their system from the ground up, and then even then, you couldn't use the exact same stuff. I feel like Nintendo and Sony go back and forth pulling Apple type copyright shit like corners on products. Instead, they copyright the basic human game mechanic. Yeah, that's the dumb thing. I honestly feel like that shouldn't be allowed because it's just basic like mechanics in even real life. If I throw a ball at something, it's gonna bounce off. Like that's just basic life shit. It's like basic physics.
I think the only thing they could probably do is instead of making it a ball or a sphere, they could just make it into a cube.
The problem is this: even if they like did that, even if they did that, they are not. So that's what makes the copyright thing shit so much horrendous. They're not copyrighting a circle or a sphere being thrown at something. They're copyrighting it's the act and the like an object, which means if they went through, they could basically sue Call of Duty for throwing grenades.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
that's what's so horrendous about this shit.
It's such a stupid thing. Yeah. It's gonna be their downfall in the end of the day. And
I gotta be honest, if they actually win it, the amount of people that's gonna hate them so much is going to be so like utterly horrendous.
Yeah. And then they're gonna be either forced to unpatent it.
The problem I think is this. Is right now Japanese games and media is actually getting insanely popular. Like most people right now, I'm not seeing most people talk about like the newest movies. I'm seeing them talk about, hey, did you see Dan? Or hey, did you see the new episode of My Hero? Or hey, did you see the new episode of this and the other, this anime, that anime, anything like that? Most people our age, or at least my age, have been watching that more than they've been watching like other shit. In a weird way, the Japanese are in a weird like media golden age. And in order to make sure that keeps going, it's in the Japanese best interest for it to actually fail. That way anyone in their like country can still make games and stuff like this without feeling like they're gonna get shit on by Nintendo.
Yeah, the thing is, I think law in general should be put into gaming aspects like this, right?
Honestly, the problem is this gaming just isn't that important to make a law about it.
Yeah, it's Nintendo themselves, Oceanic. It's Nintendo themselves and the Pokemon Company.
Which is also Game Freak. It's both. feel extremely well deserved. I think it'll be extremely well deserved when they get the shit kicked out of them. Because I don't think Nintendo's good. I will say this, they're not all bad. Because I can't say that. I don't really work in the whole, Nintendo's always evil type shit. I'd have to say the same thing about Sony. I think Sony's not the worst, because I like some of their games, but at the same time, they're not the best company either. But again, I just don't think black and white is this company good, that company bad. It's like, this company does some good things here, it does bad things here.
Right, yeah.
Like Sony, they're really good at exclusive, like not even exclusive, but like when they come out with a first party game, it's usually a really good one. Nintendo, whether you like it or not, they innovate on how you actually play a game. Microsoft is the best way to get into gaming. They have the cheapest consoles you can get into. They try to make sure everyone can play. There's Game Pass on PC. Steam is the best for value after like the thing, and also the one actually pushing how games can be made, and at the same time the availability of how to get games anywhere. Example, Japanese music industry just does not want to market to foreign markets like example Korea does. Exactly. That's why K-pop's so popular. Yeah, I wouldn't want Nintendo to die out or anything. It's just frustrating to see what they're doing. The problem is this. Nintendo is very much, they want to not be touched, because let's be honest, Nintendo isn't going to be able to compete with Sony or Xbox in either power or like some of the first parties, except for maybe like Mario, Zelda, and all that stuff. That they probably will do. The thing with Nintendo is this. What makes them special is they always innovate. And I'll have to give credit. At least when it comes to Nintendo, they don't fire the people that make them money, which are their fucking creators. When COVID happened, the fucking higher-ups took pay cuts. Give them credit on that. They took pay cuts to make sure their employees stayed. Sony fired most of their fucking developers. So did Microsoft.
Yeah.
So I have to give credit where credit's due. It's not even black and white. It's like everything. Like I hate the
it's
whole
very
like,
gray.
It's always a gray thing. People always take these companies as, oh, they're good, they're bad. No, it's always a form of gray. I don't think Xbox is good. I don't think Sony's good. I don't think Nintendo's good. But they have good elements. It's a mixed bag. It's been a mixed bag for everything, honestly. But I actually kind of like that it's gray. It just makes everything more complex. But it's also fun to learn. But I think we should go to a new topic if you guys are ready.
Oh, I do have another thing that I ask all.
Sweet.
So, what do you guys think is harder, a 9-to-5 job or streaming full time?
Oh God, are we asking this question?
We kind of hit on this. We mentioned this topic, but I don't think we really went into it like the whole.
Yeah, we went into a tangent.
You know what my thought process is? It depends. If you're
I think it depends too.
If you're
honestly.
a streamer who has like a lot of viewers, who actively hires out artists and thumbnail makers and editors and all that stuff, then I think it might be a little bit harder, just because you are now the person that if this doesn't work, people are gonna lose their jobs and it's gonna be your fault. I think the pressure alone with that would probably do a lot. But if you're just a streamer who's just making money and you do it all yourself, at that point, you have like the easiest job in the world. Like, for example, I think Shy Lily probably has a harder job than most 9-to-5s, just because she also is like co-owner of fucking Gamer Subs. Like, she's a business, like, and as much as you hate as much as we all hate Amaranth, she owns gas stations. She's a business owner. Like,
yeah, but that's the natural progression of you gaining a lot of money at the end of the day.
Well, it's not. Yeah.
So comparatively, you're in a normal 9-to-5 job, right?
Yeah.
So you are literally working from paycheck to paycheck, right?
Yeah.
As soon as you can full-time stream, I think full-time streaming is a lot more easier, even if you are super big like Shy Lily, because one, you have financial freedom.
Exactly.
And the financial freedom of you being able to call the shots, not being able to like you can wake up whenever you want and still make money, right? And it's a lot more easier than having a 9-to-5, because 9 to 5, you need to be responsible. You need to wake up at the right time. You need to work those hours, and then
Well, I mean,
you know.
9 to 5 job,
So
right?
that's why
Like,
it's so much harder,
Which-
coming from a 9 to 5 to a full-time streamer.
Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the coffee crew.
Unless
Captain.
you are, like, how can I say this? Yeah.
So when it comes to 9 to 5, I feel like it also depends on your 9 to 5. Like, say you're just you're like a receptionist. All you do is pick up phones, make schedules, all that stuff. That's also not the hardest job either, let's be honest. Like,
True.
and I think another thing is but my whole thing is like when it comes to fucking like VTubing or like at least streaming, you also have to really go into the analytics, figure out what people want to watch. You have to go out and network and all this stuff. Like there's a lot of stuff in the back end that also people don't see. It's not easy, but I do feel like depending on your 9 to 5, I really think it's dependent on what 9 to 5 you have compared to your streamer schedule and what you're doing. I still feel like a vast majority, like 70% of the time, it's probably easier to be a streamer just because you get to decide your hours, you get to decide what you do, who you do it with, and how you're doing it.
And when to not stream as well, and when to
Exactly.
end the stream. Nobody's gonna, like, if you have a 9 to 5 job, you can't just.
You're scheduled.
You need to work those 8 hours because you have the responsibility to be there. But if you're streaming, if you feel ill, if you just are not feeling it, you can call the stream off and you can chill. In a normal 9 to 5 job, you can't say that. You can't do that because that's an easy way to lose a job.
Find meaning in it, or there's also like how do you find meaning in it, and does it feel like alienating the type of minimum wage jobs as well? Like I fully agree. It really does depend though, and I think on the jobs.
I think all jobs have their hardships. I think some jobs are more mentally challenging, whereas other jobs are more physically challenging. And then it also depends on the person that is doing the job. Yeah,
I think it depends on the passion. There are some people who just love being garbage guys, just because they get to clean up the streets and they feel proud about it at the end of the day. Personally, that's not a me thing. I like doing this.
Some guys have that job because it actually pays well and they can keep up with their bills too.
Yeah,
so
it's
just it's dependent on the person's mental state as well as how they feel about the job. But it also is there are different aspects too. Like when I was a cashier, that was very mentally taxing. People thought it was easy because all I had to do was scan stuff, but no, it can be mentally taxing because of you socializing, being forced to socialize with people that are sometimes nice, sometimes not so nice. Now I'm working a job that is physically taxing. Like it is a labor intensive job. So I'm standing all day without sitting down until I get my lunch, and then it can be really hard, but I'm also dealing with people too. So it's kind of a mix. But yes, a 9 to 5 job can be hard, and it depends on the person. Like my 9 to 5 is hard, but it pays the bills. Streaming is my decompression. It is my time to be able to enjoy playing games and meeting people and talking with people. So it is enjoyable to me, but it's not necessarily true for those of you who have it as a 9 to 5 or like has streaming as their career.
Like, I'm gonna be honest, if I could make money just doing what I've been wanting to do, and that is just like making comics, I don't think I'd really stop doing this either. But at the same time, I think I would enjoy that more than my 9 to 5 to the point where I wouldn't even consider it work, you know?
It's kind of like just like Merryweather, right? You would make comics, and then on the occasion, like once or twice in a week, you would stream and just do your thing, right? Because one is passion and one is a necessity for you to survive, right?
I'm gonna be honest. I've been wanting to make a comic. I just really need to write like a draft, and then I want to do like a small 11 issue comic and find an artist to do it. I want to do that because I think it'd be the funnest thing for me right now, because I really enjoy writing and I really enjoy stories, and I think it's also for me, it's also been a way to kind of unleash my anger about how I think most writers right now are just shilling for one thing or another and aren't really trying to put a good story, but are just trying to make propaganda.
Pinshade has a point here.
Thank you, Zalian, for the raid. Hello.
If you love your job, it's not a job. You're getting fulfillment from it, right?
Everyone go fucking follow Zalian. He's great.
And hi, Raiders.
Hello.
I think there is one thing though that kind of trumps a lot of other situations when it comes to 9 to 5. Any job that is incredibly physically taxing, right? So I'm talking about like construction.
Yes.
The guys out there on the oil rigs, like
steel factory.
These types of jobs leave physical wear and tear on your body that could potentially not recover for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
My shoulder's fucked for the rest of my life.
Ew.
I used to work in a steel factory for 6 years. It's been a thing.
I'm betting your knees and your joints are pretty worn down.
Yeah, I actually
luckily for like 3 years I was a forklift driver, so
I used to
I did too.
I used to
OSHA certified.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, let's go.
I used to
not anymore, but I was.
I used to have to rip a vinyl off cars, and I swear I'd rip the skin off my fingertips so frequently.
Oh.
Ouch.
What's up, you guys? Can call me. Hello, Mute. How are you?
I want to call Mute.
How are you, Mute? I hope you're doing well. I will say, depending on some streams, the Gen ones will pay for it. Or those late night. Yeah, kind of. I think it's one of those things of it depends on the streamer, it depends on the worker. Like, anyone who's working like the oil fields and all that stuff, they're definitely having a harder job than streamer McGee who's drinking Mountain Dew and playing, Smite.
Yeah.
Like, it's also like to do with like the 9 to 5s that are living pay to paycheck feel like they are like basically being forced to do the work they're doing, whereas streamers, like you said before, they can choose their schedule. You can choose to have that marathon gaming situation. You can choose to have that subathon that lasts like 48 hours of not sleeping. That's something you can choose. You're putting yourself through that, basically. And then the people who are working 9 to 5, or the people who feel like they have to make that paycheck, they have no choice. If they don't go into work, they lose their job.
Exactly.
Yeah, and the thing is, there's more people living from paycheck to paycheck, and that's why a lot of people are saying that streaming is a lot more easier than working in a 9 to 5, because it is true. Unless you are like a very important like person, like an aircraft mechanic, which you get stupid money, or but sorry if I'm stumbling upon my words. It's like almost 8 in the morning for me.
Oh no, we get it, mate.
Yeah, so it's with the majority of people. I think. Just like I said, streaming is a lot more easier. But then again, it gets a lot more harder when you're on the upper echelon of streaming.
Fully agree. It, when you're the.
I think it makes it more apparent too, and when you have these people sharing clips of streamers being like, "Sub to me! What are you doing? Sub to..." They're like basically telling you have to give your money to
those
them.
kind of
like,
people.
You guys are making us all look bad.
There's a difference.
You are.
No. There's a difference. You know why?
Okay, those kinds of people are just assholes. No. I cringe whenever I.
They're like panhandlers on the street. Honestly, they remind me of that.
Yeah.
People like panhandling.
Like, let's be honest, there's a difference. You know what? There's a difference. At least the panhandler who's like literally starving has more of an excuse to go like, "Can I please get like $5?"
No, there are some that panhandle that aren't even starving. They have a car, they have a house, they're doing fine. They're just doing it because it's easier money. I have a couple around here that's been arrested for it.
Panhandlers are more valid. Like,
it's crazy.
I'm talking about like the actual like the poor panhandler who's just like actually starving still has a better excuse than, "Oh my gosh, why aren't you sub to me?" Even like that like the guy who's even has like Hell, I would even give it more to the panhandler who's still kind of like semi-decent. You know why? Because at least he had the guts to go outside and do it. This guy's like, oh, I'm inside my room. Why aren't you sub to me? I should get all the subby wubbies. Did I just say subby wubbies?
Yes, you did.
Except
And I'm
what-
going to clip
I'm
it.
cringe. I wish to die.
I'm
No,
clipping him right now.
Yeah, clip it
I
and
don't
ship
want
it.
subby wubbies. No.
Oh, then again,
No.
you're a fanboy, and so am I, so it's all okay. But then again, biased because, you know,
Obvious bias.
Come on.
obvious bias.
Conscious
You know,
bias.
yeah, fanboys stick together, you know.
Yeah.
That's funny.
We should
But yeah,
make Akane a fanboy.
Yeah. I don't think it's gonna happen.
No,
Yeah, well, I mean, we could do it. Yeah, we could do it.
Nah,
I think you're gonna.
Get him a
they're too
tutu.
much of.
Subby
They're too manly.
wubbies.
Is it the voice? Does he
Subby
just have the
wubbies.
daddy voice? Is that what's going on?
No, it's because you have
Let's
the
have a
little.
calm, like
He was
Akame
a
has the
nun from my
perfect
once, actually.
Akame has the perfect voice to read you a bedtime story.
He does actually.
That's so
Like,
funny.
Yeah,
That's,
yeah.
you should actually do
That's
like
good.
you should do like an
first time
ASMR
I've heard
reading.
that actually.
Yeah,
should
you
do
really should. You should seriously do something like that
Yeah.
because I could see that being very successful.
Gabriella, son of a bitch.
Yes.
Just read Samuel L. Jackson's "Go the fuck to sleep."
Wait, that was a book.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is a book. Yeah.
Go the
yeah,
fuck
it is
to
an
sleep.
actual book. Have none of you heard? Haven't you heard it? Silence. Samuel L.
It's
Jackson
great.
saying that.
We're doing it.
It's such a gem. It's basically Samuel L. Jackson voice acting for a book that basically is telling a story to his child, but praying that the child would fall asleep so that he can do his own stuff.
Okay, but I think
it's really funny.
I think it's time we go to at least what I have is the final topic.
Oh,
Final topic.
The final
hot
topic.
topic.
So it's actually this since it is like near Christmas, and I don't think I'll have enough time to actually do another hot takes before like the New Year's. So the question I have for you is this: What are you hoping for the next year?
Improving
Not
on
have
myself.
my car break down.
That's fair. That's
Oh.
fair. That's fair.
Oh, no.
Still be
That
driving
is
my
actually-
car. I don't know.
Is that a yearly thing?
Oh,
Wait, what's
no.
going on?
Yeah. It's like-
Oh,
Oh,
that's
it's
You
like,
good?
I don't know. Yeah.
okay.
okay.
No,
I
it's
think-
just like my car is like kind of old, and there's always something now. So it's like, please just last a little longer.
Okay, so anything else you
Type of
hoping
deal.
for? Like anything good?
Oh yeah. I'm hoping I'm gonna be able to raise enough money to get a new model taken care of, and it'll be my last model I'll ever have to have. But
Okay.
we'll see.
What about you,
For myself.
Akane?
Yeah, I actually had a stream the other day where I talked about this, but basically there's a few things I'm planning for next year. One is to get fully into VR and start using a 3D model as opposed to
Yeah,
going
I
live
could
2D.
recommend someone actually
it's-
if you want.
That would be great.
Yeah, your
I would
Siling's
actually have
3D model is
recommendations.
amazing.
Like have you seen my 3D model?
I have not.
Oh, I'll send you a
wait,
photo.
Titty
Wait.
model? What?
Send it over, yeah.
Super cute.
Yeah, so that's like my big effort, and then also I plan to be getting a second PC to make one specifically for gaming and the other for streaming and other personal audio stuff.
Oh, so basically you're gonna do a double PC setup. One PC just takes the load off of streaming and your model and.
Yep.
By the way, I
That's the
kind of
plan.
I posted it in the hot takes chat. By the way,
Thank you.
It's super cute.
Oh, looks good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Please share the.
Yeah, it's only like $75 too.
The Twitter or the whatever. Love to take a look.
Wait, $75 for
Yeah.
what? You gotta get me in contact with my model.
Oh gosh. But yeah, no. So that anything else like other than 3D model?
Yeah, I mean, I mentioned the PC stuff.
Oh yeah, sorry, I was grabbing the other image I didn't hear.
Yeah. I'm also hoping to like continue doing my ASMR channel, but YouTube has been doing a lot of weird stuff lately, and I'm a little worried that.
Oh, I've seen that too.
Oh yeah, Omni, I'll send it to you too if
Every
you want.
every VTuber is being like falsely banned for some shit like
Yeah,
that.
for some ASMR thing, like
Yeah,
it's in with
yeah.
sexual content or something, and that's not even the thing. Like what?
Exactly. So my concern is that my ASMR content it's not sexual, it's sensual, and I'm not sure if they'll,
I'm gonna be honest now.
trigger the ban because of it.
Just keep going. As much as it will suck, you just gotta keep going.
Mhm. Yeah.
And then have a
'Cause you never know.
fallback. Like
Yeah.
tell
True.
people to follow your Twitch so that way they can
Mhm.
be in
Follow Twitter.
contact with you in case you do have to move somewhere else.
In case I have to
Exactly.
Patreon
that.
all my
Yeah.
my
In, ca-
ASMR
in
content.
case you have to go to OnlyFans and start posting there.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, everybody goes to the OnlyFans at some point.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Well, I mean, like, it's a thing you can do. That's where a lot of the loot tubers went off of Twitch
Are
and
you speaking from experience?
YouTube. No, I don't have one. But I just know that a lot of them did because of the whole hip situation and everything.
Honestly, the
They
sticky
moved
note
to-
saved me.
Makes sense.
Eh.
The sticky note.
Sticky note.
Yeah, I believe that.
It did actually. That's the worst part. It actually did.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
what else? What was I thinking? So yeah, Meltop, what about you? What's your hopes for the next year?
Okay, for the next year, I am hoping to improve upon myself first and foremost. Secondly, getting a better day job so I can get a better pay so I can actually fund more stuff into art, into my model and stuff like that. Improve as a streamer, stream more in general, make more content, and basically just branch out and meet a lot more new people. How I'm meeting you guys right now.
Yeah.
Woohoo!
Though I think that the biggest thing that I'm probably wanna push for is probably getting a live 2D like all of you guys. I'm the outcry. I'm the only PNG boyo in here, but that's because
Right now, though.
Yeah.
yeah,
Not
because-
ever, though. I know a lot of PNGers.
yeah. This is like the thing is, it is very expensive to put down money for live 2D, especially in the country that I live, because I'm from Europe, and all technology here is expensive
Mm-hmm.
for us because the what's the word again? Basically, food is cheap here and everything else, but when it comes to technology and everything that is out of country being made is basically being standardized on a worldly price, right? But for my country and for the standard pay that I get here, it is very rough, right? But I wish to improve upon these things. Complete many games because I like just playing video games. So I
Let's
wanna,
go!
Yeah.
I just want to stream more, basically in general, and just complete games. Just have a whole, I literally have a README file, and I've been writing down all of my achievements, all of the things that I've been getting, and it's honestly the best thing that I actually thought about is just if I achieve something amazing, right? It's either I have like a personal record towards something, or basically just analytics numbers from Twitter or Twitch. I write it down in that, and then after a year I look at it and I'll be like, I did a lot this year.
I get that. I think for me, my whole goal for next year is get content made regularly. As it is, I've been trying to do at least 3 videos a week, and I think I've been actually doing pretty well at that so far. But my other thing is have it to where at least by November, I am at least being able to pump out 3 videos, and I've already finished at least 1 comic. While at the same time, having at least gone to at least 3K. I want to get to 3K, I want to at least get 1 comic out, and I want to have at least annual, art come out more frequently than it's coming out right now.
I think you can do it.
I think I could too. I think I could. It's not that I couldn't do it. It's just I think the problem I had is that I lost my job, and when I lost my job, because the thing is this, I had everything planned out. Like I had a new model, knew everything. I was planning on doing weekly arts, right? Like getting weekly art. And then lost the job, so because of that, I was I wasn't able to actually fund any of that, so I couldn't really do anything. So I was just sitting with a new model that I just could stream with, but I couldn't do much of anything else with.
It's always the IRL stuff that blows your plans.
Yeah. Well, that's
I'm
what
in the same situation as well.
But yeah. But that's my whole hopes for next year.
Honestly, in the PNG case, you can. There are outlets that you can. So you can get used to having a live 2D. You can go to. I highly recommend going to Booth.
Yes.
BOOTH. They have very affordable live 2Ds that you can. Sometimes you can customize them, or sometimes you can just find something that matches your aesthetic. So you can get used to the whole movement and making sure you're very expressive with your face, so that way you can get used to it. And then I highly recommend saving for, if not a half body model, a chibi model.
Also, hey, Omni, how's
that
it
is
going?
your own. And then build up from there.
I would probably need to commission to at least for them to look like me, picking something that's not what I look like or my OC. Like the same can be said for my VR chat avatar that I post stuff on Twitter as well. It doesn't look anything like me, but it's been my mascot this whole time.
I'm gonna be honest. You know what you should do, Miltop? Go through VGen, go through Pit Crew, go through VGen, go through Fiverr, go through there's a new thing called those Black or something. It was something my friend Nikki showed me, but it's a Japanese artist website where they're Japanese, the yen translate and everything, but they actually do really good art there too. Just go through that, find the cheapest artists you can find that still do some pretty decent work, and then just make a list.
Be careful with the scammers.
Oh no, I definitely. For me, don't ever do anyone that doesn't have at least 5 reviews, and you must read all 5.
That's fair
don't
enough.
ever do anyone that doesn't have at least 5 reviews. Okay?
Yeah, find the reviews, find their prices, just find the cheap ones as much as you can, and just make a list of them. And I make a list just because I can actually figure out who they are, and I can plan out commissioning art, almost every other week, basically.
And sometimes you can even send them a DM through let's say Fiverr. You can send them a message through Fiverr, and you can actually see how they answer, because you can tell. Sometimes you can tell if they're robotic and or talking strange.
I don't actually commission them until I ask them, hey, can they do this? And this is what I'm asking for, and then I see the response, and I go into detail about it. So yeah, that's what I make sure. But still.
Unfortunately, that's the bind that I'm in, is that I actually commissioned this model through Fiverr, and I was excited because they did a fantastic job. I love the model. There's nothing wrong with the art or nothing, and it was a good price. But they disappeared, and now I cannot do anything else with it.
Oh, dang.
Oh, wow.
So that's why I have to raise money to get a new model, because I need a new art mommy.
Oh, I get that. And make sure, for the love of God, nothing is AI. Oh no, I make sure nothing's AI generated. The moment I say it's AI generated, I throw that shit back.
You gotta be careful.
That is.
Like
AI generation is a
if
mistake.
we're going on AI, that'd be a whole other topic. But we're not going into that one right now. But
That's another hot take.
That's another hot take, and my hot take for that is that it's not good nor bad, just people not using it right. That's literally it. That's literally it.
Yeah.
But other than that, I am out of topics. So unless you guys have anything else,
No, I'm good.
Connie,
No, I'm pretty good.
Miltop.
I have one more thing to say to you guys.
Okay.
Hope you guys have an amazing Christmas, and I hope the holidays are gonna be amazing for all of you guys.
Yeah. I hope everyone has a great Christmas.
Yo, you too. Ditto.
But with that being said,
That's all that I'm gonna say.
But with that being said, I don't have anything else for this hot takes. So I want to thank you guys all for joining. We're gonna go raid some of the questions. Who are we raiding? But yeah, thank you guys so much for being here. It was actually a blast.
It was great. It was awesome.
I hope you guys enjoyed it.
Good hot takes.
Yay!
It was good. We got into some heated tangents as well, so that's
the
always
point
nice.
about hot takes. The point is to agree to disagree. If you,
The coffee shop's not burned down. I'm disappointed in that.
Why are you trying to burn
Next
down
time
my
we're gonna
coffee
be
shop?
talking about pastries and food and coffee.
Exactly.
You know, for s'mores. I can't do s'mores without the place burning down, you know.
But let's see.
That nice oaky burning smell.
The oaky burning smell.
I never had a s'more, by the way.
Well,
Oh God.
let's see. Let's rate. Who's live right now? Why? You know what? Let's raid. Let's raid Sasha Kineko. She's doing Warhammer 40k Dark Tide. Thank you guys so much for being here. I will see you guys. So next week I'm taking a little bit of time off. So the only streams I'll probably be having are Thursday, Christmas Eve, and Christmas Day. That's all I'll be doing. Because I need a bit of a break because I am running myself ragged with everything I've been doing recently. And I just need time to actually plan out some stuff. So thank you guys so much for being here. I'll see you guys next week. I hope everyone has a lovely Christmas, and I hope you guys are doing well. But good night, everybody. The shop is closed.
Good night.
If this thing would actually let me raid, what the fuck?
The scuff is real.
Either way, thank you guys so much. Bye.
Bye-bye.